Thank you.
Hello, everyone. Hello, I'm back. I'm alive. I didn't die
just
today.
want a normal day. Average topics, that's okay.
Look, I
Dear
put
God,
some
I'm begging you.
I put some
All
Christmas
I want,
decoration up.
this is overdue.
Hey,
Why is
Keela.
this only on my end?
I don't know. It feels like you're more festive than I am.
I do like the Christmas season. This is true.
Yeah, you are the festive one.
I'm the festive one. I'm totally the one who would like have the holiday bash.
Yeah, I don't remember the last time. I think the last time my family put like Christmas decorations up was 2012. We just don't do that anymore.
Oh right, we didn't put up the tree mostly because we're all sick here. So
We just don't do that anymore. We like since like 2012, I think.
well, it's a whole thing, right? Like you have to either you have like the reusable tree, which is in the basement, and then you got to do that, and then
Honestly, putting the
or
tree
you have
together
to-
was the funniest part.
I mean, no, it is fun, but it's just like you have to go out of your way to do it, and then
Until
like
we got cats. I think that's the reason we started like decorating for Christmas, is because we got cats and they started to cheat on the tree.
Fair.
Like they would climb on top of, like it wasn't on the base of the tree. They would climb on top of the tree and shit on the leaves.
Ew. The alternative is just like being one of those families who like gets like the Christmas tree from the lot that's like an actual dead tree, and I'm just like, that seems like so much more work.
That's not a thing around here, actually.
Yeah, no, that's purely North American, and even then, I'm not entirely sure how big that is in Canada, because I know more people who have the artificial trees here than...
Yeah, the ones that are like sectional and you can like put them together like a little puzzle.
Yeah.
Like they're kind of fun to put
like
together.
you're just like, oh yeah, environmentally speaking, this is kind of better. I'm not gonna have like dead tree like pines like all over my floor. And it's not gonna be like as much of a bitch to get out like of the house. So
honestly, I think my mom is glad like we never got like real trees, because I will 100%.
My family would.
I would have started a fire at some point, 100%. Like you have no fucking idea. I genuinely think my brain is broken because like.
You think?
Because there's
alright.
Okay, because there's this little like park on the route for like when I walk my dog, right? There's like this little park.
Yeah.
And it has like a lot of like small trees along the sidewalk. And I don't know what happened, but one of those trees is like super dry and dead. Right?
Yeah.
And every time I walk past this past that tree when I'm walking my dog, there's a voice in the back of my head going, burn it, 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 burn it. And I have to like and I have to like consciously contain myself to like not set that tree on fire, because it looks so dry, it looks so like kindly and like perfect for firewood.
This is like one of the many red flags that's just gonna be thrown in a compilation when you finally set a building on fire, and then in post it's like, we should have all just kind of known.
It is like it's going to be one of those true crime cases that has the title like the signs were there and the authorities did nothing.
It just cuts to the interview with me. It's like, you motherfuckers. None of this stuff raised any flags.
Yeah, he's right. I'm not crazy. It's the voices in my head that are crazy.
Yeah, okay, that's the most sane thing I've ever heard, I'm sure.
No, but
no one who's ever said that has not been dangerous, I'm sure.
I have to like mentally like contain myself, and I have to like make sure I'm not carrying anything that is like flammable when I'm near the tree, because I genuinely feel like an impulse, or like grabbing a branch and taking it home and like setting it on fire. Like it's like, so I feel like if we had like the real trees, I would have set my house on fire at some point.
I'll say, like, as someone who doesn't smoke or has any arsonist tendencies, what I do have is like, for some reason, I bought a Zippo lighter, and it's just a nice like fidget thing.
Yeah, they're very.
But it's also just like
they're very fun to fidget with.
Yeah, and also it's just like, you know what? Maybe I will meet someone who might need a flame or something for like a cig or whatever, and I can cover them. But like, yeah, it's like the most useless thing in my walkable inventory.
Yeah. Have you ever seen that? Have you ever seen that YouTube channel that is just like a dude who like showcases old-timey lighters?
I know that guy, the guy who throws like the key in the keyhole and then shows off like these very old-timey ones. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
He wears gloves, and like sometimes the gloves are like on fire. And like some of those are like genuinely just like artistically so cool.
Yeah, they are.
Like even my pyromania side, Even my
Rex, you need to know that the sentence I put out there is to throw out a contrast between my beloved co-host. So
yeah, everything he says is in the context of me.
you know,
I am the
someone
context.
who doesn't have any arsonist tendency.
Like everything crazy he says, I am the context.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, like
yeah, you were talking about the lighter guy.
like
Yeah.
so, like even like
Hey,
Oh,
Candy,
cool.
check this out.
Kill has been subbed to you for a year.
Jesus Christ! Wow. Thank you so much.
Hooray.
Genuinely,
Let's go.
Wow, that's a crazy number. That's a crazy number. I genuinely
Oh,
did,
wait till it gets to triple digits.
I genuinely did not expect to be doing this for this long. I genuinely did not expect to be doing this for this long. A mulch.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, like
Fine.
what I was saying is that even if you're not like a pyromaniac like I am, some of those lighters will be like so nice to have.
I like, yeah, some of them are just really nice on form factor and like as a fidget tool.
Yeah.
But it's
Or
and
just
they're
like-
just very they're
or-
very expressive. I like
yeah,
it.
just like a showpiece. Like some of them like are like very mechanically cool.
You know what's another thing that I think is like, okay, a lighter actually has a use. You know what's like a useless like accessory that I kind of find cool and gets customization a lot? Flasks. Like the pocket flasks.
Yeah.
I think they look cool. Realistically, like I would never have a pocket flask because they don't contain that much water or liquid. They're supposed to be for strong alcohols or whatever, but like
Yeah. You mean like
I don't drink.
you mean like the like stereotypical detective, like
yeah, they pull it out of their jacket pocket like the flat.
yeah,
Not the-
that is like
not-
it's like a rectangle that is like slightly curved.
Yeah, not like your usual thermos or anything. I find them so cool because of the media, but it's obvious like it's only supposed to hold like heavy alcohols in it because it doesn't have that much volume. So it's like it defeats the purpose of me ever needing one. Because what would I do? I'd just load it up with Coca-Cola. That would be it.
That would be
This
funny
drink
though.
isn't strong enough.
That would
This
be,
drink isn't strong enough.
no,
I pour
like,
it.
that would be funny though. Like you look like washed out and you're like leaning against a wall and you pull out one of those flasks and it's just Coca-Cola in there.
Mm. There's a character like that in To Kill a Mockingbird. He's like the town drunk. They all think he's drunk. He has a paper duffel bag over a bottle, and then he drinks it. But they find out it's just Coca-Cola.
Yeah. I actually, you know how I have like a bunch
Although to
of
be
like,
fair, at that time Coca-Cola probably had cocaine in it. So yeah. Anyway, go.
yeah,
ahead.
you know how I have like I like writing and I have a bunch of like unfinished manuscripts all over the place.
Yeah.
One of the
happens.
manuscripts, the protagonist of one of the manuscripts is like your stereotypical like washed out detective. She has like she looks tired all the time and she has like giant eye bags and like messy hair and she wears like
I'm a big fan of eye bags.
and she wears like a huge coat, right? And she's always with like a cigar in her head, in her mouth, right? She always has a cigar in her mouth. But the thing is like at some point I realized it would be funny if like I wrote it so that turns out like she dresses like that and she like styles herself like that because she's like a giant fucking nerd. And you think she's cool?
Yeah. There are some characters like
And you
that.
think she's cool, and the cigarettes are actually just like candy cigarettes because she doesn't smoke. So she just like,
Yeah. Well, they have like movie cigarettes. So like the cigarettes that you see in movies, the reason why some actors don't get addicted to smoking is they're just full of like flour, like actual flowers.
yeah.
And it just smokes out and it just like tastes awful apparently. But I thought about it, I'm like, couldn't you do the same thing with like mint and just have like a minty cigarette that just like freshens your mouth? I feel like I would get that. You get the
Yeah.
cool look,
Yeah.
and then you get like a breath freshener. But at the same time, my brain doesn't know how different that is from vaping, and I do know vaping has problematic health issues like popcorn lung and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
you took someone's fancy gin bottle because you thought it would be funny to drink water out of it, but I'm too lazy to even do that. Fair.
Yeah. Honestly, I think she's like one of my favorite characters I have ever written. She's very like endearing like that.
Well, then you can revitalize her in a different project.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Killa. I have no idea either. So
Unfortunately, she's going to die young because she has like turbo super duper extra quantum mechanical brain cancer.
Yeah, but you decided that you can not
Yeah.
have her die terribly.
Yeah, like, and I'm not joking. She has like a sort of like illness that is like eating her brain away. But the reason the way it's happening is like it's literally just like being transported to another dimension, chunk by chunk. There's a reason for that.
You're the god of this universe. You could just cure her. Why don't you just cure her?
And I'm a cruel god, Nick.
Okay. Yeah, I love this character, so she must suffer.
Yeah.
That would explain a lot of your friendships, actually.
Like yours. Stranger Than Fiction? No, I have never seen that. I have never seen Stranger Than Fiction. I never actually heard of the movie before. I don't think I've ever heard of the movie before.
It sounds familiar. There's a movie about some dude in the IRS. Huh. Oh wait, that's the Will Ferrell movie. I know this one. It's the one where the author is like writing his life in real time.
Oh.
Yeah, like he's an IRS
So
dude.
he's like
It's very interesting. Kind of, but he meets the author. No, Alan. Oh, speaking of Alan Wake, that's part of my week. But like, no. So the interesting thing is, this author is making her magnum opus, and this guy exists, and everything she writes materializes in his life, and she has made the decision that he will die at the end of the book. But kind of, but he's like still real. Because like after ridiculous thing. So like essentially like she writes a bunch of his life, and then they find out that like she's a famous author who's doing this, and like the events are like kind of going 1-to-1 on the script ideas that she had. And I think she was going to reveal that she was going to kill the character by the end of the book. And he goes like, "Oh, please, could you like spare my life? Even though at the cost of your thing, I'm a person. I feel you made me fall in love with this girl. She's real, and we're happy." And it's like, what is the success to the book versus like the creation of the life you've made? And you've seen me like watch why is your stream elements a degenerate too? It's like, and make me like just die for the sake of the success. And then by the end of the movie, it has a happy resolution, so it's actually good. I remember watching that class for religion for some reason.
Oh, you had religious class too?
Yeah, of course. We were in Catholic schools.
Yeah.
They would make you do religion classes.
Yeah, we had those classes, and I remember I got into so many
She was like,
fights.
"Sucks, but I like money." But she still. Okay, spoilers for Stranger Than Fiction for anyone who's listening in the future. Mute for about like, I don't know, 30 seconds. Yeah, no, she spares him. Like he lives, and he lives happily ever after with the cute baker girl. So
and then he dies anyway because everyone dies.
Yeah, but like better than not speedrunning it if he's enjoying his time. I mean, to be fair, I'm like with him. I'd be really pissed if like a grand author was telling me like, "I'm going to write your story and then I'm going to make you defecate yourself to death because people will love it." He's like, "How about I beat the shit out of you before you do that? How about that?"
Oh God, why did you make me like this? Am I a joke to you, God?
Yes, I've written you as such. Oh, God.
Speaking of dying, Jesus Christ.
I'm throwing a middle finger to the sky. Hold on. So, like, before the podcast, right? I thought, oh, it's been a week. Surely I've gotten better. No.
You're as
This thing's still kicking my... I hate it. I'm sorry, folks. Yeah, no, I'm better than I was last week.
Like, you sneeze like an old man sometimes.
That wasn't me sneezing, that was just me blowing my nose.
I mean coughing. I mean, you cough like an old man sometimes.
Well, yeah, chest coughs will do that, Candy. Who chest coughs cutely? What sort of dumb woo girl ideology do you have?
Mine are horrible too, but mine sound like a dog, not like an old person.
No, but it's still, none of them are gonna sound good. You're not gonna see a beautiful girl with a chest cough and she's going. No, she's gonna sound like she's dying from the inside out.
Yeah, I guess. I think he's sneezing again. Coughing, I mean.
I am. I don't want to subject people to this sound.
If anyone would, it will be a VTuber. I mean, the other day I sneezed, and Kila just thought it was like a random noise. He didn't realize it was like one of my sneezes.
I sneeze very loudly. I have what people coin as a dad sneeze. Like, it's very loud.
Yeah, it's because like I feel like the more it's like a proportional thing. The more like children you have, the louder your sneezes become.
I don't have any kids.
So imagine what happened when you do. What will happen when you do?
By God, I'll break the sound barrier.
It's like I have talked to people and they say like yeah, my brother, he had like a normal sneeze and then he got a son and he's like sneezing like my dad and I don't know why.
Okay, I'll be right.
Okay, but do I have like great when you say I how to speak? When you say I have great sneezing noises, do you mean like they're funny or like they're endearing or like they're like how do you mean they're great? Because there are many ways a noise can be great, and not all of them are good. Don't you Lena stare at me? Don't you Lena there at me? I don't know, like, and the thing is like I try to like contain my sneezes when I'm streaming because like I try to contain my sneezes when I'm streaming because my sneezes sound like they are very loud, but they're not loud in a bad kind of way, you know, like they're not bad sneezes. They are loud in a demon kind of way. Like my mom says that when I sneeze I sound like I'm possessed. So I try to like contain them from stream. I try to like make them like smaller and more cutesy.
I'm back with tea.
Tea? What's the tea? What's the tea?
Russian caravan.
Oh, I don't know what that is.
It's a type of tea.
I mean, I guess. That's very dictionary definition of you.
What?
It's like, what's the tea? Russian caravan? What's Russian caravan? It's kind of tea.
Yeah. I was just answering your question. What do you want?
Yeah, like I was talking that I try to like contain myself when I'm streaming. Because when I'm not streaming and I sneeze, I sound like I'm possessed. Like it's not even like that sneezing. It's like an entity inside of me. I'm not possessed. I am cursed. It's different. The demon is inside of me. The demon just placed the curse in me. It's different.
No demons living there for rent.
Yeah, the demon is not living in me. The demon is just kind of like checking on me every now and then to make sure I'm doing poorly.
Any sort of like possession situation is gonna have whatever ghost or spectral entity, call whatever the equivalent is a landlord, to go for the property damage and seek repairs immediately.
Yeah. I think I have a clip of me sneezing. Let me see if I can find one.
This tea is okay.
Yeah, here is one. Let me see. Sorry.
Okay.
Okay, that's actually a very good noise. Did you hear it?
Play it again.
Sorry.
That's pretty funny.
That's a good
Like
noise.
some sort of duck being stomped on.
And the thing is, like, I sound like that because I'm trying to not sound like I'm a demon when I sneeze. At least, and it's working because at least it's kind of endearing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
What?
If I'm gonna just say it right here and right now. If this chest cough like lasts till like Christmas Eve, I'm just gonna walk into traffic. So
You're gonna throw yourself into the ocean.
I'm just gonna clean that. I'll be done.
I mean,
You can like.
maybe the impact will dislodge the flame from your lungs.
That does sound like such a move from a spiteful god. Is like, oh, you think the cure is death? Well, no. In fact, I'll just like make you cured by the process, but you'll live, and then you'll question why you even bothered.
I guess we need to start. Apparently they're different every time, so I guess I need to start clipping every time I sneeze just to make sure to verify.
No, the sneeze compilation.
Yeah. Yeah, and like again, there's a very important difference between being possessed and being cursed. Like the demon is, I am in, I am in the, I am in the hands of a demon, but the demon does not live inside of me. He like calls me every now and then to make sure I'm doing poorly. Because he thinks it's funny. It's different.
What a troll.
It's like my body is a temple and goddamn they're doing some freaky shit in there.
I think it's out for now. All right.
Like my body is a temple and I think they're doing like human sacrifices in that one.
That would explain a lot.
Yeah.
There's an episode of Yu-Gi-Oh where like Yugi looks into his inner temple, whatever. No, a guy invades the inner temple. And like for one side is just like a kid's playhouse full of toys or whatever. And the other side, which is like his pharaoh side, is just like, hey, let me just add a bunch of booby traps and constant death traps. And the guy who just came in is like, why do you have these at the ready in your mind palace? He's like, I don't know.
You never know. You gotta be ready.
You never know. You gotta be ready.
You know what really reminded me of for some reason?
Hmm?
For some reason that reminded me of that fucking dork from like Heavy Rain, puts on the glasses to enter like a mind palace.
Oh, yeah. I know who you're talking about.
With like the stupid boys.
Was his name Jaden or something? Heavy Rain Wiki. To be fair, the glasses are like the coolest thing about that entire fucking game. Yeah, I got it right. It's Norman Jaden.
That's a stupid name.
Yeah, it is. It is, but I'm surprised I actually remembered it.
Like that's the thing is like you have two first names for last name. So like,
well, yeah, you have two first names and one of them became your last name. Yeah, it's very much like I don't know, like Timothy Brandon. Like it sounds like such a made up name.
And who's the voice actor? Leon Ockenden?
Leon Ockerson?
Ockenden? I don't know.
Ockenden?
And this is like the only role he has.
Everything.
The only voice role he has.
Everything worked its way up to this.
I never understood the point of like, because people say that like they got worse, but I don't know. I never liked the Quantic Dream games. I never got them.
Most of them aren't good.
Because this
Omicron is famous from the meme from Super Best Friends because it is so broken.
Yeah.
Heavy Rain is fine. It's not like at the time it was like a technological thing, like an innovation that was really pushing the reason why it was in the discussion.
Yeah, now it is like the worst looking PS3 game.
The thing is also like at the time the whole your decisions influence everything seemed novel, but like the game designers legit went, it's not a game to be replayed, and then you realize why is because you just have the illusion of choice, like your shit doesn't matter.
Yeah. Sure.
For a good portion. Yeah, and trying to think, what was the other? Oh god, the one with Elliot Page.
Beyond Two Souls.
Yeah, that one is like forever in the shadow of my brain space. Like I will always like only remember it when David Cage
your
comes
brain
up.
is repressing it.
Fun fact: I played that game once, and then I was like grossed out by it, and then I played it the second time to have the footage for the video, the backlog
Beyond
video.
Again? Why do you want to say Beyond again? Beyond?
You say Beyond.
Beyond.
You say like Dijon mustard.
Beyond. That's the Romance language native in me.
Yeah, but
Beyond. That kind of sounds like a French word, actually.
I'll say it. I played that game twice. I can't remember the plot for the life of me. All I remember is she has to run away from the government. She's in the military for a while. She has her ghost twin brother who looks like when the camera zooms in, looks like a 40-year-old naked middle-aged overweight man, which is terrifying. And she almost gets like sexually assaulted by a bunch of bikers in a bar for a really creepy scene.
Yeah.
The
The
cage
whole,
might
the
have
whole
been
thing is
into.
like very creepy to Elliot, actually. The whole
Yeah,
thing is very
and
creepy to Elliot.
you know, like David Cage talked to Elliot and had like a fucking photo album that he showed Elliot. He's like, "Oh, I'm a big fan." He's like, "That is the creepiest way to introduce yourself to someone."
Yeah.
Uh,
Here's all the pictures I took of you when you weren't looking.
I'm trying to think of the other.
There's Fahrenheit, which is the one where you fight the internet.
Oh, Fahrenheit had such an interesting like start, but then like
Then you
it
fight the
falls apart.
internet.
Yeah, because like the idea that you have to play both the person who's amnesiac and killed someone and the detective chasing after him, really cool concept. Falls apart.
Yeah.
Completely falls apart.
Then you have to like do a
Because you
stealth
had to
section where like there are
had
bugs
to
trying
add
to kill you.
yeah, you had to add like way too many supernatural elements to it to like and it just bad. Out of all of them, Detroit
Jason.
came out the best. And like
Jason.
that's not even to say like Detroit is like great or good. Like Detroit is fine. Like I'd if you pointed a gun at my head and went play a David Cage game, I'd easily pick Detroit like every single time.
I don't know. I feel like Detroit is functional enough to like be funny.
Yeah, exactly.
I think like it
I think
works.
also just like I think it's also the fact that Connor and his partner's like
Hank.
chemistry is just enough to carry it. Yeah, Hank,
Mr.
like their
Krabs.
chemistry enough. Yeah, their chemistry enough is like enough to carry it because like those two actors were improving because they didn't like the script.
Yeah. And like that is the thing about like I always say that it's very hard to have like a game that is so bad that is good because it can how to speak. It is hard to have a game that is so bad that it is good because you have to like actually like to make it happen. So like but because there's not enough mechanics in that game to like get tedious, so you can just like laugh at it. It's actually a game that is so bad that is good. He's probably like his head is so far up his ass. He's probably doing that a couple of times. Like it goes up, it like he's probably like a spiral at this point of his head going back into his eyes.
He's not a very mature person. That court case had him like literally cry at the witness testimony and then calling people like slurs.
Yeah.
And going, I want to work on my games, which is not a grown person response.
What do you mean I cannot call my workers slurs anymore? I'm going to cry.
And no, I think he even called like not the prosecution, plaintiff. Like just he called them like the F slurs.
Yeah.
Like, okay, dude, you need to get a grip on reality. I don't know if he's still working on it because Quantic is doing Quantic has 2 games coming out: the Star Wars and a MOBA.
A MOBA? They're making an actual game.
Yeah, no, it's got like a generic name. I think it's like Wizard Chronicles or something.
Yeah, but like it's like making an actual game with like actual mechanics and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's probably going to suck.
Quantic Dream. Spellcaster Chronicles, yeah.
That's probably
MOBA.
going to suck.
I'm trying to think of a developer that never had any experience in a genre, and then they went into the genre and it was really good. Like, I'm not saying this to be facetious. I actually am genuinely curious to think about like an example.
Yeah.
Where it's like, oh, you usually work in this genre, but then you decided to dive into this other one.
Creative Assembly.
And then what came out of it? What did they make?
They make the Total War games and Alien Isolation.
Yeah, okay. I'm trying to think of more though.
That's the only one I have.
I feel like I should remember one. Like there's probably one in my head, but like I can't. Let me think. Do we count Clover Studios? Because Clover went from like the Resident Evils into like Devil May Cry and everything. But I feel like that process was like gradual.
Yeah, I feel like it needs to be like more than
Same thing with Okami. Yeah.
Do you like Infamous? I have
Oh,
never played Infamous
I,
because I don't have any
I played
consoles.
Infamous. I played Infamous. Yeah, yeah, no,
Like
that was made. Yeah, made by Sucker Punch.
here is what you guys need to remember about me is that I have never owned any consoles. So if it wasn't easy to emulate, I have probably not played it.
Yeah, fair. I mean, Infamous was like locked to the PS3, and which is a god awful place to be in
Yeah.
through the passage of time.
The PS3 jail.
Yeah, because like if you haven't been remastered to a PS4, you're definitely not on PC.
Yeah.
So
I mean, PS3
tough
emulation
place
is
to be.
very good nowadays.
It is good. It's just like at the rate it is, it's like emulation. As much as people say emulation's like a solution, the layman usually doesn't use it. Is
Yeah.
the sad thing.
Yeah,
Is
because it
because
is
like
still
at
like
least
very finicky to use. Like there is still like a lot of
yeah,
like
it's still finicky. That like that's the problem. It's like it's interesting proof of oh there is an easier solution out there and it's free, but I would rather like pay for the simplicity.
yeah.
Like it's very much one of those things. You and me and like other people possibly watching this podcast and other people will probably go to emulation because we're used to that sort of thing as like a like potential alternative. But to the average person, they'd just be like, "Oh, just put it on Steam. I'd buy it."
Yeah, and that is one of those things that like because like I remember like even before I learned to read. Like I learned about emulation before I learned to read. Because my cousin had a computer with a Nintendo 64 emulator.
Mm-hmm.
so
It's also
so I was playing
yeah.
around with it before I learned to read. So emulation just makes sense to me.
It's also just like I think it's an example of showing like as long as you can provide a good service, people are willing to pay for it.
Yeah.
If you can like provide the most simple service that people want, they'll definitely pay for it. Which is why it's so funny when companies like, "How dare you emulate?" It's like it's because you.
You're
I mean,
not doing
Gabe
it.
put it.
Like
Yeah, Gabe put it succinctly. Like piracy is like piracy is a symptom of like bad service.
yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah, like if Bandai Namco puts the old Ace Combat games on Steam, I'll buy them. Like
yeah.
like they're not going to because they're making a new one and they want you to buy the new one.
Oh, you know what? I guess Lucas Pope for the dev thing. He did Papers, Please, and then he immediately went to Oberdin.
Yeah. And what's he making
But like,
now?
I don't know. He had like a whole plan for that universe too. I think because it was like those two games are technically interconnected.
I don't like. I don't want to like
Oh
sound.
yeah, true.
I don't want to sound
True.
mean, but he's like the most local. Like he looks like his name. He looks like Lucas Pope.
Oh, they actually have a picture of Lucas Pope. Hold on, let me see. I'm gonna check. Oh yeah, he does.
He looks
does.
he looks like his name is Lucas Pope. Like they got it like.
That's wild.
His parents got it.
I know exactly what you're going to be, son. Mm.
Oh, he released a game last year.
Lucas Pope. Oh, what was it?
Mars After Midnight. After Midnight.
Kind of a shame no one talked about it.
Oh, it was because it was like a console exclusive or like a little like gimmick console.
Oh, that sucks.
You ever saw that console there was like a Game Boy with a crank?
I know that one. Yes, I do.
It's
yeah.
for that one.
I remember Dura wanted that one too. I mean, that's cool. I mean, like to be fair, power to Lucas. Like he made two like big indie bangers, right? He's allowed to just have fun with dev time.
What is the crank for?
Most people use it for like fishing simulating ones.
A Game Boy with a crank. That is the new revolutionary idea that is going to like destroy the console market. A Game Boy with a crank.
I think the one gift I've always wanted to get like Dura was that emulation device that you can load Game Boy cartridges in. That thing is always sold out. Yeah. That thing is always sold out. So I was just like, fuck it.
Yeah. I mean it's a cool idea.
It's a really cool idea. Just like emulate based off of that, and it's like, hey, people are legally using their cartridges.
Yeah,
Nintendo,
but
you can't be mad.
But I kind of want like if I ever was to get one, I will get like a real one because of the screen.
A real one? What do you mean a real one?
Like an original Game Boy.
Oh, I've seen plenty of people like ship their Game Boys back to get the IPS displays because it's just nicer.
Yeah, but the thing is like technically it is nicer, yes, but like the particular way that the screen had issues, the games were designed around that.
I guess, but you can still like there are plenty of them where it still looks like fine for it.
So like for example, one of the things about the screen is that it was very laggy and it has like a lot of ghosting, right? So like the frames don't disappear when the next frame shows up. There's like always like a little bit like a ghosty image of the last frame on them, right?
I do remember this, yes.
So
this would also like be very apparent when like your Game Boy would like burn out and like the battery would die, and then you'd see the like the ghosting of the image before it died.
Yeah,
or like when it died.
So like what happened is a lot of games actually like use that to like fake transparency. So what they did is they created like the layer of what was supposed to be like a transparent object, but they only like enabled that layer every other frame.
I'm trying to think of games that did that though. Well, you know what? Plenty of animations could actually do that because of transparency. Yeah, I'm thinking of like a bunch of Pokemon moves that would actually do that too. Probably some Mega Man ones as well.
So like if you have ever emulated a Game Boy game and you see a lot of like flickering, it's probably that.
Yeah.
It's probably that. And it was supposed to be on a very laggy display that like averages the flickering into like a semi-transparent.
The problem is like the problem is also just the fact that like a bunch of like Game Boys like because of those displays, a lot of them have probably been used for quite a while.
Yeah.
Which is why people like replace them, which is the tough part. If it was like some sort of like you could remake it off the top and it was essentially like brand new, like yay. I would get you on it.
There has to be a market for that, no? Like a boutique company.
There has to be.
There has to be like a market for like a boutique company that makes like new CRTs or shit like that.
Well, I remember mentioning like some of the fighting game people who really cared about like the input delays and stuff like that would actually like, because like CRTs were getting harder to find, they would actually start buying the same model monitors that were shown in airports.
Yeah.
Because those can't have the delay, they need to be like in real time for the flight like display.
Yeah.
So they would just like buy that as like the compromise.
Yeah, so like it's never going to be like a big business, but like for like a boutique kind of thing, there has to be a market for like a company just making like new versions of like cold tech.
You would need to, in order for that market, I think, to boom, you would need the generation that would appreciate the most to grow older and have like the higher resources and income to like buy it.
Yeah.
You know? Kind of like the crazy like NES game collectors who are like not millionaires, but like they have a lot of income flying around and they'd buy like a bunch of those games off of like auctions and shit.
Yeah. Like there are companies that still make like you know how before, like back when like before Windows, when it was MS-DOS, like the CPUs were like 486 and like 386s.
Mm-hmm.
There are companies that still make 486s, like brand new 486s.
Ooh.
Because they're very useful for like industrial applications. They're like a very cheap way to have like a very power efficient embedded system. So like a lot of like CNC machines and stuff like that actually run on 486s. So companies make new 486s for that particular use.
Hold on. My throat is just killing me. I'm just drinking tea.
Yeah. And I think that you can actually like buy them, like they actually have like some degree of like consumer facing, like, because it's mostly industrial, but they do have like some degree of like consumer facing distribution, and you can buy them and use them for like retro computers because they are like, they are full 486s, so they are fully compatible with like MS-DOS and like 90s PCs. Which is kind of crazy.
Trying to think of like more like niche situations of like, hey, we've just reinvented this retro tech because it's very specialized in this one thing that you'd want to do.
Like, I don't want someone to try that. I want someone to try making like a boutique, like made to order CRT business, like a brand new CRT made to order. It is not going to be cheap, but it's going to be new.
I'm sure there would be at some point. It would just be extremely costly.
Yeah, because it has to be like pretty much made to order. I don't think like mass production of that would make sense.
Oh yeah, no way in hell. Unless you somehow like tipped off a bunch of like fighting game players to become like regulars, and even then.
Yeah.
I'm finishing my tea.
Oh, the tea is gone. And
the tea is gone.
You did not spill any of the tea?
No. What? Why on earth would I ever spill my tea? That is precious tea.
I'm just, I mean, like I am always afraid of like drinking anything near my computer because I'm very stupid.
Oh, I thought you meant just like just spilling it. You're talking to a Southern Asian here. We drink, we slurp that shit.
Oh
There are no drops left.
no, yeah, I never I eat on my desk, but I never drink anything on my desk because
Since I have an
it's definitely going to get on my
since I
keyboard.
since I have an L desk, I just use the other partition.
Yeah, my other partition is is like for a Vika CRT,
Mm,
so I don't have space on that.
because like I eat in my family is very much like we eat in our rooms. There's like mostly because we'll just talk throughout the day. We
Yeah,
don't try to force like the family discussion thing. We're just like, yeah, whatever.
yeah,
I'm gonna eat in my room.
yeah, and you know, like I got like a cable that is like a standard 3.5 millimeter audio cable on one end, right? Uh, but on the other end, it is like the outputs for like a CRT, so I can actually use my CRT as a speaker now,
Nice.
and it actually sounds really good.
Let's go.
It actually sounds really good because it's like I don't know. I guess it was like a relatively like decent TV back then, so it has like good TV audio. Like this, it sounds like a good TV, and it's like relatively large, so it actually has like large drivers, so it has like very nice booming sound. It's
I
actually
do
very
think like
nice.
there'd be like I do think there'd be like some fun value in like remaking like a home theater system, but like with like old stuff like CRTs and stuff like that,
Yeah,
and just like kind of diving back, even like playing new games on it. I could imagine there'd be some sort of like charm to it.
yeah.
But yeah,
I would love to like eventually have enough money to get like one of those like very like because there are some like HD CRTs, but they're like very rare and very expensive.
I'd imagine.
But like they're fully capable of like 1080p, and they have like they have like actual honest to god HDMI inputs.
Oh, that's a godsend. That makes everything easier.
Yeah, but they're very rare and they're very expensive.
It's like how I see like the whole like Game Boy or like other console modding, and one of the first things they do is like, yeah, we're gonna get rid of this proprietary like charging shit, and we're gonna just add in a USB-C cable, and like, oh, thank God.
Yeah,
Oh my God. I know people go like, oh man, we need competition in markets. Even I'm like that, but it's like when it comes to this, like, nah, fuck it, USB-C for everything. I'm
yeah,
so sick. Okay, for charging, USB, regular USB ports are fine too, but it's like USB-C is just a godsend.
yeah. Yeah, it's just very convenient to have like just like a bunch of like
Not
swappable cables
Yeah.
around.
Nothing nothing gives me more rage than if I buy a piece of hardware online that has not specified it and they give me a micro USB-C, or rather a micro USB like A or B. Like
Oh yeah,
wire, you know the ones that they used to use for like the Dual Shocks and
yeah,
the like the Dual Shock 3 and 4, and I just look at it and I hiss.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I still need to have like one of those cables around because I have a PS4 controller.
Yeah,
It's what I
exactly. And I'm
use.
just like, "Oh my God." I'm like, "Why? Why?"
I open Twitter and the first thing I see is how to make Sendless Zone Zero style tight physics plus bot physics.
Okay.
I'm going to watch.
Shut the It's your podcast time. Do that later.
Okay, I'm going to bookmark.
Yeah. This bitch. I'm gonna watch a 10-minute video on my podcast. Just be like quiet.
And I'm not even going to put
Because
it
I'm
on screen.
sitting here.
I'm not even going to put it on screen. I'm just going to
Yeah,
watch it.
I know. I absolutely know you. I know you well enough where you multitask, because I've also viewed some of the other podcast VODs, and then some of the audio leaks in the podcast where you are clearly watching a video. I'm like, this bitch.
I have ADHD. I need to do multiple things at the same time.
Uh-huh.
What people don't realize is that when I stream, usually I have like another pair of headphones connected to my phone, and I'm watching another stream while I stream.
Oh my God.
No, like Killa, don't feel sorry for my Twitter algorithm. Don't feel sorry for my Twitter algorithm. I never use it. I never go into the For You tab. I always stick to like the following tab. I never go into the For You because I don't need that kind of like stupid in my life.
I always hate the For You tabs in almost any social media. Like whenever YouTube does the For You tab, I guarantee you I have almost never pressed a video unless it's like the shortest meme ever.
Yeah. No, yeah, I go straight to like.
Like 98% of the time I'm not interested in the For You like
Yeah,
tab.
I'm always on the subscription tab.
Yeah, me too. Because that's why I'm here.
Yeah. I don't like algorithms.
Me either.
Yeah, my poor algorithm. It has seen like the worst things, and I never use it anyway. It had to like learn so many dark things, and it never gets used anyway. My poor algo. My poor algo. Did you see that like recently Twitter started like trying to add an extra tab to the following tab that is like not chronological anymore? And I don't get why do they have against like chronological? Why is it so hard to just have a chronological feed? Why
Chronological thing at what?
like Twitter doesn't have to like Twitter doesn't want to have like a chronological feed on the following tab anymore. They're like ranking posts based on like relevance or whatever now.
ProZD made like that YouTube skit about it that's pretty succinct. Is like, oh, this thing was functioning perfectly fine, and then they're like, time to interfere with it for algorithm.
What is wrong with just having a nice chronological feed of the stuff you want to see? Why, I don't need any fucking algorithm showing me what to watch. I don't need that. Have you seen if Google, have I seen if Google was a person? I think I have, but like many years ago, so I don't remember anything about it.
Yeah, with college humor, yeah, I remember.
Because that video is old. It's probably like 14 years old by now.
Hell, that was like I think a little after like when College Humor did shit like Jake and Amir and stuff like that, and like a bunch of their other skits. There was the Tetris God one. There was like, what if Zardon was a racist?
That's 11 years ago, so yeah, it was.
Yeah.
11 years, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
The passage of time continues to terrify me.
Maybe we'll get reincarnated, and then we'll be thrown in like a fantasy world. And then it'll be all okay. Or maybe not.
Would you still love me if I reincarnated into a worm?
Hmm?
Will you still love me if I reincarnated into a worm?
No.
Oh.
I just want to throw that out there. How would I even be able to identify you? You can't even speak. I wouldn't know it's you.
Maybe I can do like a little worm dance.
And that's gonna be like, that's Candy?
Yeah. My little worm dance.
Alright. If you could Charlotte's Web your way into making me believe you when you're a worm, I'll put you in a little jar and I'll keep you safe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe you will be able to tell who I am because I am like the clumsiest worm you have ever seen.
That is true. That could happen. And to be fair, it's not like I'm saying like, oh, if she was a worm, I'd kill her outright. I just leave her alone. And we'll put it exactly. What am I supposed to do? I tell everyone, like, guys, I found candy, and I just point to a worm in a jar.
She's a little worm.
A little worm now. I still love that conversation that my friend and his girlfriend had, where he turned it back on her. I've said this one I think on the podcast before. He's like, "Would you still love me as a worm?" He's like, "No, I wouldn't." He's like, "What do you mean you wouldn't love me as a worm?" He's like, of course I wouldn't love you as a worm. Why are you turning into a worm? You already know that I wouldn't love you as a worm, so why would you turn into one? That's selfish of you."
If you love me, you will not become a worm.
Yeah. I think the funniest part was then she was just like, but what if I did though? And it's like, just don't.
Just don't.
Like she had control.
Never become a worm.
Yeah, just don't. You know I don't like it. Why are you doing it?
Unworm yourself.
Just the dynamics. The dynamics of like couples that have been together for like maybe like, I don't know, more than 7 years is fascinating to watch.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
because like the honeymoon phase is long over. That is true love, and true love looks like this. I'm going to just constantly argue with you, but I love you.
Yeah.
I'll
Uh,
argue with you over the most mundane things, but by God, I love you.
yeah, I'm going to call you a slur, but I love you.
But I remember that was one of the funniest things is like when someone said a slur in my presence that wasn't targeted at me. It was like targeted in their own community.
Yeah.
It's the F slur. And then they're like, "Oh, sorry, Nick." I'm like, "What do you mean sorry? I have no jurisdiction on this one. Say whatever you want." But I'm gonna rat you out to the LGBTQ police. I'll be like, "Excuse me. This person within your community used the term. Doesn't that mean they have the pass?" It's like, I know, but it made me feel uneasy.
You are the slur police.
Yeah, it's like it's your word. I don't have any jurisdiction here.
I don't know why,
Do
but
it.
that remind like I just imagine the slur police as like the vegetarian police from Scott Pilgrim.
Oh yeah. That's still one of the funniest. Well, no, they had to be vegan police
Oh yeah.
because I think he drank like milk
Yeah, the
and
vegan
like
police.
yeah. He had like milk in one of his beverages or whatever,
Or
and
like
then they had to like revoke like the extra brain power that he was utilizing.
yeah.
That's so funny because I think that guy was played by Chris Evans, right?
No, Chris Evans was the skater boy.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. 'Cause, you know.
He was played by Superman.
Henry Cavill?
No. The one that was before them. Before him.
Oh shit! I forget. Oh, whatever.
Uh,
It's still funny to think that like DC animated, Justice League and Superman animated series.
Brandon Ruth.
Mm, it's still funny to think that DC animated like Superman, the one that you see from the Justice League clips,
Yeah.
you know, the classic one, and the Superman animated series. That's Sephiroth. That's George Newbern voicing him. And you're like, you don't notice it until someone points it out, and it's not like it's like high voice differentiation. Not to even like piss on George Newbern. He is an amazing voice actor, but like the voices are pretty similar. But it's like it's the cadence in which he says it where you're like, oh yeah, the all-American hero to oh my god, no. It's him. Or depending on the fangirl, oh my god, yes. It's him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it depends. It's very
Yeah.
important.
Did I tell you about that one time I was on the train and like I saw so what I saw was it was late night hours. There was a woman who was she had the you know the leg pose where you put the one leg over the other, the folding legs?
Yeah.
She had that. She was locking in. She looked totally locked in, right? No expression, dead cold stare. And I remember less people were on the train. I moved closer to the doors because my stop was coming up. And then I kind of like snuck a glimpse at what she was looking on her phone. And she was looking at like Sephiroth NSFW stuff, like a 3D animation
Yeah.
of Sephiroth being very accommodating to a man of the darker skin tone. Like Sephiroth was surprisingly a bottom in this one. And the thing is, as I saw this, I thought about her facial expression, what she was doing. She was not like she had no like look of like being turned on. This woman was looking at it like mechanically, like she was locked in.
I mean, she was probably hiding it. She was probably like making a conscious effort to hide it.
No, part of me is so convinced she was the one who animated it and she was dissecting it.
She was just like analyzing her work.
Like,
to like
yeah,
improve.
she was just like part of me, because the way she was locked in was not normal. Like I'm trying to hide it, or I'm like there's you can kind of see some tells or something, some shifting. She was just locked in. She was in static position, only breathing a little. Like she was looking at this as if she was like inspecting her technique. I am 99% convinced that was like the closest I've ever been to an NSFW artist. Like I'm sure that was her. I refuse to accept that it wasn't her who made that.
I mean, was she hot?
Steph's totally about. She was okay. So she was mildly attractive. She definitely looked older than both of us,
Oh.
which was the funny thing. So it was kind of like an auntie, not totally auntie. She might probably look like maybe
You
mid
know
to
I like
late
older
30s.
women.
I like older women too, so
Yeah.
Steph's totally a bottom. Yeah, yeah. It's the ones who claim they're a top that tend to be bottoms. As I stare at a
You put
certain
yeah, I was
person's
going to say you
avatar.
put a weird emphasis on that sentence.
Hmm?
You put a weird emphasis on that sentence.
Yeah, I did, didn't I?
No, but like they've moved on. They're not trying to like convince me I'm a bottom anymore because I'm not. They're trying to convince me I'm a puppy.
She had to add the am not.
I'm not.
Sure, babe.
They're trying to convince me I'm like a dog girl, like a puppy girl. I don't know why.
Candy likes cats more.
Yeah, and I'm like,
She could be a cat girl.
they're trying
Puppy
to say I'm like
girl!
they're trying to say like I'm like an old
Mm.
sad golden retriever. That's the energy I have. That's what they say. That's what
Oh
they're saying.
no! Out of all the dogs, Candy is not a golden retriever. I've known her for years. She is the least family-friendly dog that could ever walk this earth. You could put like what would you be? You'd be like some sort of freak. I don't even add anything. I was gonna add something. I was gonna add something, but
You're
my
just a
brain
freak.
was just like. uh, no, you'd be like a borzoi. You know those ones,
The
the
very
ones with the
long
long,
ones?
like
Yeah.
yeah, the very long ones, the lanky ones that are kind of like creepy and they're like wolf killers or something.
Yeah. No, but like
Yeah,
they say that
you'd
I'm
be
specifically like an old depressed golden retriever.
I haven't met too many depressed golden retrievers. They're usually still kind of like fun. Chihuahua would be it though, but you're like too big because Chihuahuas are psychos.
Yeah. Didn't I do it for you? Like every time I see a borzoi, that's what I think about. Didn't
Yeah.
I do it for
Well,
you?
Borzoi started winning like the internet by storm because they look so funny. But like, yeah, I'm also just a person who just loves so many different like breeds of dog. I don't know what you would be, Candy. Realistically, you could be kind of huskyish, where you kind of like your own space
Yeah.
for great amounts of time, and then like yeah, I feel like finding good songs from dumb means. You know what? As much as I'll curse God for the creation of YouTube Shorts, it has upped some of my song library.
I have
Honestly,
never been on
some of
YouTube
the stuff is
Shorts.
catchy.
I have
Is
never.
it good? Good. Keep it that way. You will save so much time. It sucks.
But yeah, like I also love like finding songs. But the problem is that like because of the kinds of memes I see, sometimes I have to like do a lot of explaining. Oh, the songs I listen to.
Fair.
Because I don't know if you guys remember.
You don't need vertical. That's true. That's true. But I'm just saying, like, sadly, like, the content of memes is usually like now being thrown in that because of
Yeah.
TikTok and like.
Like,
Shorts. That's the sad.
do you guys remember Anka Zone? That meme there was like a sex dance from like one of the Animal Crossing cats.
No.
Oh god, you never saw it. Good, keep it that way.
Oh my god.
Yeah, there was like a sex dance from like one of the Animal Crossing cats, and the problem is that like the song on that video is very good.
I got
the problem.
reintroduced to a toxic. I got reintroduced to a Toxic Avenger song because of like this meme of two European brothers doing a rave dance that used to be popular in Europe.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, that's cool." And then I heard the song. I was like, "This is actually catchy." And then I actually added it. You know what? We haven't started our weeks at all.
Yeah.
Actually, you want to go first? Ladies
Yeah.
first.
Because it's short.
Okay.
Yeah, I just kind of just like rested a little
That's pretty
bit
cool.
because I'm finally on vacation for college. So I rested a little bit and then I streamed a little bit.
Let's go.
Then I drew a little bit. And that's about that. I think.
Okay. All right. So my week was hell because I was sick. So the first half, like I was getting the whole. I don't know if I had like a flu because I didn't have the fever. I had the chest coughs. I had everything. It was keeping us all up. I would barely. My sleep cycle got even more out of whack. So tired, I would dip in and out of sleep. Barely got any scripting done, but I still managed to script. And so in the meantime, it's like, do I have anything that I'm interested in playing? And out of my library, it's like I feel like sometimes I've noticed like with backlog, sometimes you do need to get a new title to inject some new blood so you can get the ball rolling. Um, I vastly underestimated what new blood was gonna be in my backlog because it's gifting season for a lot of people,
Yeah.
and I got like 10 games. Like a couple of them, like a few of them were on sale by me, and then a lot, like the rest were just like gifts, and I'm just like, oh man, this is a lot. I'm not really happy, but oh boy,
Oh boy.
oh boy. I managed to give some gifts to the people on the Euro server, then a couple of other close friends. Um, one friend, one friend joke is like, why aren't you getting me a gift? And it's like, bitch, we have a Steam family account. I could just buy myself a game, and then you get it too. And he's like, oh yeah, you're right.
All right.
um,
No,
oh
but
yeah,
like
right.
I want the is the ritual of giving the gift.
Oh yeah. Well, to be fair, with certain friends, like for long enough, like you know that like you can't spend on all your homies, so you have to do Secret Santa. But
Yeah.
like none of us care about doing Secret Santa anymore, so we're just like, whatever. Um, so I got like the Steam, like I got Candy a gift too.
Yeah.
I got her Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth 1 and 2. So now because I was like, how can I force her to start using the lesbian unit again? Um,
The what?
because she's the best. The lesbian unit. Remember Mastamon?
Oh yeah.
She's like the goth chick and the pastel goth chick, like making out, and then they create an awesome fusion that's like one of the best in the game.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And
I have a gift of them slapping each other. It's kind of hot.
I mean, I opened this door. I can't really shut it, really. Now that I think about it, like I can't judge you. Um, so yeah, so like I got those games, and like one of the games I got was like Control, right?
Yeah.
And the other thing that I was gifted was Ninja Gaiden 4. So I thought about it like, and I was like, oh god, I I think I've only ever played Ninja Gaiden 1, right? And that was years ago. So I was like, how do I go about this? And so I talked to my friends, and one friend, and the other reason for Control was like, I kind of wanted to get familiar with Alan Wake. I've never actually touched Alan Wake much.
Yeah.
So like we had a stream thing where one friend would be going through Ninja Gaiden because they're actually really short games, and another person would be going through Alan Wake. And so like I was just sitting there, watching them play through it, taking my notes. It was a fun time. It was a
Yeah.
fun time. Um, Obviously between the two, the one with the better story is Ninja Gaiden. No, it's Alan Wake. Alan Wake actually gave me like one song that I absolutely love. It's from the metal stage.
Yeah. They
Did you,
did. They
did you
made
play Alan Wake?
that band made another song for Alan Wake too.
Oh, sweet, good on them.
That is very good. It's very catchy.
Alan Wake is a really great game. I feel bad for sleeping on it. Um, there's like that amazing shot where he's laying down and the version of him on the TV is staring at the viewer.
Yeah.
You remember that shot? Yeah. And like looking at it, people always mention like Resident Evil's apparent influence to the evil within, but it was also very apparent that Alan Wake played a role as well
Yeah.
with how like that game looks and everything. So it's really cool. Barry is both like infuriating, but also like, oh yeah, you're my friend, I guess.
Yeah. Your agent.
Yeah, yeah. Your wife is like standard wife that you need to save. There are some cute moments. The fact that Alan like stays extremely loyal to her when everyone in the town wants to fuck Alan. Like it is like comical that every woman Alan meets is like, "Oh, look at you."
Yeah, well, that's because like technically you are like inside a self-insert from him, so like that's what's happening.
True, I guess, but like Alan always turning them down too is also just funny. It's like you might as well not write it, but fine. Um and the rule that Alan has to make the story like actually good in terms of structure in order to combat the evil is a really fun idea. So many cool ideas on it. American Nightmare is definitely filler, but I do like the characterization of Mr. Scratch. Even if it is pretty basic from now, but I'm sure like that's because like the media has explored that idea so many other times. Zane is funny because he could totally be a plush. He's like the big it's a big little bouncy chubby like BioShock dad, but with glowing eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just it's just I genuinely enjoy the game. I have notes, but I won't go through all of them because it would be way too long. But I definitely do think like if you haven't played Alan Wake and you are interested in going all the way to Control Resonant, might be worth a look. I talked to a friend. I talked to that friend who did play the Alan Wake games, while we were in the stream night, and I was like, okay, how much does Quantum Break factor into this? And he told me, uh, not much because Alan Wake and the and Control are like video games in the Quantum Break universe.
Yeah.
So it's not. They're like kind of connected, but they're not in any sort of story importance. And I asked about Max Payne because I'm like, didn't Remedy get the rights back? He's like, yeah, but Alex Casey's book, like the book of Alex Casey, is just Max.
Yeah, that's it. That's the thing, because like the original Alan Wake was written before they got the rights, so like Alex Casey is just like that. He's just Alan Wake.
So like not at all. Yeah,
He's
you're
just
right.
not
The reason why is because apparently Sam Lake, the creator, was just like, the lead, creative lead, pretty much went like, Microsoft really wanted the IP to be theirs.
Yeah, that's the
Essentially, or
thing.
something
That's the
like
thing.
that.
They cannot use
Yeah.
like Quantum Break for like almost anything,
Yeah. So
because
they were
Microsoft
just like,
because
"Alright."
like they own Control, they own Alan Wake, and they were able to like, because and Max Payne is so tropey, they were able to like move it around.
Yeah.
But Microsoft is holding very tight to Quantum Break.
For some reason,
Yeah.
even though they aren't utilizing it.
And
Oh
it
yeah, I
didn't- and
remember Rose.
It didn't even make them that much money.
Yeah, it didn't.
It's just Microsoft being Microsoft, I guess. Bunch of dicks.
Rose reminds me of an archetype that I forgot that I'm attracted to. I absolutely adore American diner waitresses.
Yeah.
I love the I love the three different kinds of like American waitresses. It's the sunny airhead, like, hey sugar, how you doing? And then she pours you coffee, right?
Yeah.
And then I also love the one who's like tired and she's smoking a cigarette and she's writing down on the notepad. And I also love the roller skating one with a Jersey accent that'll be like, what can I get you? And it's like, yeah. All right.
Oh, you're going to love her into then. She gets a lot more
sweet.
screen. She gets a lot more screen time and like a lot more character development.
I think Rose is like mostly because like it's funny because Alan in 1 is like so mean about Rose, where she's just genuinely being nice to him.
No, but like the thing is, like
sure, he hates fans. I get it, but like at the same time, like she isn't always overstepping. She isn't like going like, oh, we can hang out or anything. She literally comes. Oh hey son. She literally comes to like, I think, give some information. No, to help them out. I forget how. And then she leaves. And she's being nice, and then Alan makes a snide comment, and even Barry's like, "Why are you being such a fucking dick?"
Yeah, and I don't know, like,
so like, yeah.
Is this a spoiler? I don't know.
What is it from Alan Wake 2?
Yeah,
I haven't gotten to them playing Alan Wake 2
yeah, but
yet. We haven't decided if I'm gonna play it or not.
It's just like a little detail about like
store.
It's just like a little detail about like the theme of like one of the expansions.
Yeah, go for it.
Which is like one of the expansions for Alan Wake 2 is a mode where is a story where you play as Rose, right?
Wait.
And the thing is, like, it is like something she wrote herself.
Okay, so fanfic. That's great.
Yeah, so it's literally just fan fiction, and like every level she saves Alan Wake at the end.
Of course she does.
It's really funny because she's just like fangirling really the whole way.
Yeah, that's about right. That's about right. Oh yeah, the DLC. We also went through the DLC, which is like fine. It's just Alan having to stabilize from his panicked version.
Yeah.
I originally thought that panicked version was Mr. Scratch, but it isn't. It's just like his panicked subconscious.
Yeah, there are many Alans.
Yeah. And
it gets ever more confusing in 2.
I do love that one of the major antagonists to an author is a mental health professional.
Yeah. That's relatable.
Dr. Hartman. Of course his name's Dr. Hartman. But like, yeah, it's just like, Alan, why are you so vitriolic? I mean, of course it turns out the guy's like an asshole, but it's just like, it's so funny.
Why do you hate therapy so much, Alan?
Meanwhile, the Norse metal rockers are like, yeah, I hate that guy. Hate that mental health guy. You gotta be crazy to understand crazy. Now Alan's like, yeah, you be spitting.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, it was a fun time. I definitely the way it's gonna go, we're going to go to Alan Wake 2 at some point. I was debating on whether or not I want to get it, but it's like locked to the Epic Game Store, and it's also like still a full price game, even
Yeah,
though it's been like a
because
couple years.
and it's probably never going to go to Steam because Epic like fans like gave them the money to make it.
Yeah, so like, yeah, um, slightly better than Hard Doctor Man. Yeah, Doctor Hartman is so common. Um, but like, yeah, once we hit Alan Wake 2, then I'll probably play Control on my own, and then I'll be pretty much caught up for when Resonant comes out next year.
I'm
So
very
that'll be
curious
cool.
what that game is going to like be like because it's like an actual like full-on action RPG apparently.
Yeah, and we were talking about like devs who've like going into genres that they haven't done before. Like this would be the first time they do something character action. So this is interesting
Yeah.
to see if it'll be good or not.
And I wonder how they're going to like handle the engine. Because one of the problems with Alan Wake 2, and one of the reasons it didn't sell as much as it could have, is that like nobody can run it properly.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like super high end, super demanding. So like very few people actually have a computer powerful enough to play it.
Yeah. So like
So I wonder if
saw
they're going to scale
screenshots of
back on
it.
that. So I wonder if they're going to scale back for the new
Yeah, I
control
saw
game.
screenshots of it, and it was genuinely like, okay, this is extremely impressive, but like, how could this run on like any sort of normal system versus something higher end, right? Like I just thought, I'm like, damn, you went this hard on it.
Like it is, unless you have a 4090, it is a 30 FPS game basically.
Oh wow, 40 series even. That's oof. Yeah, okay. Um, but yeah, that was it for Alan Wake, and I enjoyed it. I definitely recommend it for people who haven't um been familiar with it. If you want to go through and play it, like totally do it. I didn't get to, but like I still enjoyed it. And that was just from the story perspective. My friend told me it still plays decently. Like it's fine. Um, so yeah. The other one was Ninja Gaiden. So my friend played Ninja Gaiden. He's pretty good at Ninja Gaiden. And I forgot how stupid Ninja Gaiden 1 was.
Oh yeah.
Because Ninja Gaiden
One?
1,
What do you mean one?
oh sorry, Ninja Gaiden Sigma,
No, I mean
right?
like they're all stupid.
Oh no, but I'm talking specifically because we got like animated cutscenes in here, right?
Yeah.
And this is the starting point of like this new take of it. Um where do I even begin? So like your starting level, you have your tutorial boss, right?
Yeah.
And it's all about like the evil black dragon blade and Ryu Hayabusa being part of like the dragon clan who has like the benevolent dragon blade that has to counter it, right? And literally the tutorial boss goes, "It's a shame that that evil blade has so much power, but we can't utilize it." And it was like, oh, "Okay, you're the final villain."
Yeah.
No person ever says that and then ends up being just a guy. Like
Foreshadowing
you
is a
were,
literary device.
yeah. It's a literally like you could not, bro. Like
I like how that I like how that has become a meme. Just H Bomber guy saying foreshadowing is a literary
yeah.
device.
It's one of the most perfect things. It's just like you beat him, and he's just like, "It's a shame the Black Dragon Blade power cannot be utilized or something." And it's just like, okay, yeah, all right, of course you're gonna be like who I think you're gonna be. And it's something funny that I think of, like, because it completely flew over my head the first time, mostly because I didn't pay attention to him because he was kind of a boring looking boss anyway.
Yeah.
Like he has nunchaku, and he's like whatever. Then you have like Ayane, who's like Ryu's like fangirl, the purple haired girl.
Yeah.
Then you meet Rachel, the BDSM demon slayer.
Both of which are like
Um,
regulars on Dead or Alive for some reason.
both of what?
Both of which are regulars in Dead or Alive for some reason.
Yeah. Well, I mean, to be fair, Itagaki had presence in both, right? So like having the
Yeah.
overlap. And also, you know what? I will say like Ninja Gaiden Sigma series slash Black series is pretty good when it comes to playable cast in some ways because technically speaking, you play through a lot of different pro tags.
Yeah.
Because not permanently, like you you have Ryu, you have Ayane, you have Momiji, you have uh Rachel,
Yeah.
and those are just the four I can remember. I forget if you play the new love interest that comes in two, but yeah.
Momiji is so pretty, dude.
Well, I mean, that's our shrine maiden bias, but she's amazing.
Yeah.
So yeah, you know, Ninja Gaiden 1 has its Ninja Gaiden 1, unlike the Devil May Cry series or Ninja Gaiden in general, a lot of character actions kind of have this campiness to them, right? So they'll joke, they'll kind of like point to the camera and go like ah, right?
Yeah.
Even Bayo is very much like that as well. Metal Gear Rising too.
Yeah.
Um, Gaiden plays it straight.
Yeah. It is super. It is
Gaiden,
like the really edgy kid that is actually like honestly believing he's cool.
but the problem with this edgy kid is he's a goofball too. So him being unaware of himself being a goofball makes it 10 times more funny.
Yeah.
Because like it has the standard thing. It has evil German guy or something. What was it? The guy in the top hat with the glasses who eventually gets betrayed by his evil master because of course he does.
Yeah.
Um if I remember, Ayane's just chilling in one. I'm looking at my notes. Ryu rejects women. Truly, this is Ninja Gaiden Sigma. Because he collects a harem and he's like, whatever.
Yeah.
And then the other one is Rachel just gets the most jiggle physics.
Yeah.
So Rachel's arc
I mean,
in the
Rachel
first game
gets
is
the most boobs.
yeah. In Ninja Gaiden 1, Rachel as a demon slayer, her goal is to kill her sister.
She's probably like a set cop or something. I don't know.
Rachel's goal is to kill her sister Alma in order to free Alma from being a demon because she was converted into a demon by like one of the evil hell lords that like craves like the black blade, right? Because that's our MacGuffin here.
Yeah.
Ryu slays the guy. He lost to him in the first time because you have to build up to this antagonist, even though he's not the final well, he's like the penultimate antagonist. And then in part of a ritual, Alma gets freed, but one of the funniest clips ever is, if I remember correctly, I think it's Alma who does it. Oh wait, hold on. Let me check the clip. Come on, paste and go. Yeah, so was his name Dobaku or something?
I don't remember the names.
That flaming samurai guy literally knocks out Rachel.
I'm going to put her on screen, by the way, so you guys
Yeah.
can see what I mean when I say she gets like the most boobs.
Okay, wait. So this samurai dude pimp slaps Rachel, and on the still, like as she lays on the ground, her boobs still jiggle.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna send you the link, Candy. It's stupid. I had to find it in a Let's Play. There's no commentary or anything. Hold on, I'll send the link.
Let me see.
I had to timestamp that. It's the stupidest. They're still shaking.
Shaky, shaky.
You might have become more powerful.
That's not the voice acting. That's another thing about that game. The voice acting is like.
Yeah, it's comically bad.
Yeah, do I have a window capture here? Let me put this on another window. Let me put this on another window so you don't see my tabs.
Gonna show you.
Window capture, properties, Ninja Gaiden Sigma, enable. Rachel, go away. You just like unclip this because I had it clipped.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Than even Alma, but no longer.
They're still jiggling.
They're still jiggling. Yeah, that's when the clip ends. You can close it. It's the funniest level of priority with those physics. It's just like, oh my god. Yeah, all right. So Ryu slays like I I keep on calling him Dobaku, but I can't remember his real name. Um, I know it ends in KU. He wins, and the tutorial boss goes like he reveals himself as like I was the true evil bot. Then he gets bodied because like and then Ryu destroys the black dragon blade with his own sword. Oh right, he also uses the Magatama because it's like the dragon's eye to make it comparable. And I
Yeah.
thought about it and I was like, if destroying the blade was always on the table, why didn't any of your ancestors do this?
Yeah. He's like the one guy finally figured out the solution.
It's like it's not even like because what's his name? Muramasa. Muramasa is like the old merchant there,
Yeah.
and he reveals that, and he's part of like the Hayabusa village. So why didn't he just tell any of the ancestors so they could just destroy that blade?
Maybe he forgot and he's so ashamed to admit it.
That would sound about right.
He's like, oops, I forgot.
Oops, I forgot.
Also, I don't know, if my brain is broken, I don't know, but like I keep like my mind always corrects it to Hayabusi instead of Hayabusa.
Oh god, no.
Ryu
Yeah.
Hayabusi.
So we start, and so my friend then played Ninja Gaiden Black, and it does look beautiful, even though like some scenes you can clearly tell like that whole like remake Unreal Engine shit.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly,
Oh, you're
like the
talking about
lighting,
the
there's
second
some
one?
lighting. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what engine. Is it on Unreal?
Yeah, it is. It is weird because
Yeah.
like the gameplay is running on the original engine, but the graphics are running on Unreal.
Yeah, they did they did the same with Ishin, for Like a Dragon.
Yeah.
Where it was just a coat of paint. Because like you can tell with certain lighting scenes. So like when it's the night city scenes, looks pretty decent. But then when it's like the village at the day, you can clearly tell like those Unreal Engine lighting physics
Yeah.
and stuff like that. And it just throws you out of it. You're like, oh god damn it. But like yeah, it starts off a little more interesting. You get the cool like love interest, Sonya. I like Sonya a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She
and
also
then there's
has a lot of boob.
well, of course. But it's like it's also funny because they're like, we're going to break into the evil Spider Clan, right? The Spider Clan was like a cameo thing, I think, of the first one. I can't remember if they had a bigger role, but like Spider Clan was just like, we're gonna steal this evil part of like the statue from the Hayabusa clan where it has an evil relic inside. It's like, why does the Hayabusa clan just keep on having these evil relics without destroying them?
Just get rid of them.
Just get rid of them. And if someone's gonna be like, it's to protect them, it's like they're not doing a good job. These villains constantly do it.
Here's the Sonya lady. Believe it or not, she is in fact a different big-titted blonde.
I think she's supposed to be like Ryu's like main love interest, technically.
I think she was the original love interest in like the NES games. So maybe it's a reference to that. Also, you can see like she has both fangs. You can see like the shape of her butt from the front. That is called boot fangs. That is actually called boot fangs.
Oh. Okay. 2 also introduces the coolest thing ever, which all of us love, is the Azuna drop.
Yeah.
Very good. I love the Azuna drop. You get more of your mechanical bosses. You have more of like a whole like elemental stage thing with the rulers, right? Elizabeth is like the blood lady demon lord. You remember her?
I think.
Elizabeth, she was with the spider ninja like at the start of the game. She's the one who's like helping that guy like beat up Ryu's dad.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Momiji, there's a small segment where you get to play as Momiji. I don't know why each of my notes for each of these games references like his relationship status, because the first one was truly he is a Sigma male, and he's like we are no longer Sigma because because Ryu's balls are no longer blue, they are black. I think it was in one of the many scenes where Ryu just like is surrounded by women or just like approached by women, and he just goes like, I must go now.
Yeah, that's another thing. He always talks like that.
Yeah.
He talks like this kind of boys, like the edgy boy.
Yeah. I need to go.
Yeah.
So yeah, to be fair, 2 is actually one of the most interesting ones because you do get to have 4 playables right away. not right away, but like 4 playables. You get Momiji, Rachel, Ryu, Ayana. Momiji is thrown into the Sigma version or Black version, and she only gets one thing, and it's just going like, "I'm looking for Ryu," and then she kind of just fucks off because she has a crush on Ryu. Because everyone has a crush on Ryu.
Yeah.
Uh, there was that guy Zidonia. I think he's like a flame boss. He kind of reminded me. There were some things that reminded me of DMC4, and Zidonia reminds me of Belial from DMC4. Elizabeth gets the statue or whatever and presents it to some demon priest, but she does it in a temple, and she does it in lingerie. And I'm like,
why not?
but why though? Because she was in her agent uniform, and everyone else is fully clothed, but she just presents it while she's in lingerie, and you're just like, but why though?
Why not?
And then you
you don't understand the vision, Nick.
Truly. And then you come into the temple, and then she's laying naked in blood. And she turns into her demon form, and you fight it.
Why not?
To be fair, I'm like, okay, that part makes sense, I guess. Why you pitching? It just doesn't make sense, all right? I'm just like I'm trying to piece it together. Why did she think it's like I need to take off my clothes? It'd be like if your homie was just like, all right, we're about to do a ritual. I will now remove my clothes. Does it require you to? No. Okay.
I mean, maybe it was very warm in there. How do you? Maybe it was just very warm in there. I don't know.
The priest was like draped head to toe.
Yeah, but all people are always feel cold.
Oh my god. Wait, hold on. I remember. Okay, one note I have is when you beat her, she goes back into the blood pool, and then the blood pool like swallows her up. And I just wrote they flushed her down the blood toilet because that's right.
Yeah.
There's also a scene where Ryu gets the Magatama and puts it back to the blade, and my brain was like, why would you ever separate the eye from the blade? You would just always save the day.
Yeah.
Muramasa reveals that he's a badass swordsman because of course the old merchant is.
His name is Muramasa. What did you fucking expect?
Yeah, well, no, you don't get to know that his name's Muramasa, I think, in the first one. Or whatever. He just talks about like how like he's familiar with the blade or whatever. The evil spider ninja is named Genshin, and Ryu is the hero we need because he killed Genshin.
Wow.
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 They had to make Sonya the literal damsel in distress, but to be fair, her damsel in distress outfit is hot. You beat Genshin again as he is a demon, and then you get a sword, so you get a cursed blade and you get your holy blade, so you do awesome dual moves, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Then you have a DMC4 Sanctus fight inside the gestating pod, like near the gestating pod of the demon.
Yeah.
And then you beat it, right? And then Ryu puts the cursed blade in the graveyard of Spider Clan Ninja, I imagine, in the center to honor Genshin. And what I wrote was, I get honor, but keep the sword, you goddamn idiot. You will always save the day. It's like, yeah, never get rid of the holy weapon.
Yeah.
The cursed weapon.
I mean, you don't understand the vision, Nick. You don't understand the vision. The lingerie is necessary. The getting rid of the sword is necessary.
If you had an Omega weapon, why would you abandon it if your daily routine is saving the day? That's a new tool. Also, why would you leave it in the middle of nowhere where some villain would take it? This is irresponsible.
He's not a very, I don't know, I guess because the way I always interpreted Ryu as like a teenager because of the way he acts, the way he speaks. So
it's very hard to actually pinpoint his age. I think he's like by 3, he's like young adult, like mid to young adult.
So I guess it makes sense for him to act like that because he's just a fucking teenager and they're fucking stupid.
True. So in 3, Razor's Edge, Ryu has to work for the feds. There's a masked fencer guy who's like a taunting British man, which is actually kind of a fun foil for someone silent like Ryu. Have the other guy just never shut up.
Yeah.
And be like conky. Like the villain motivation makes no sense. They're like, we need to rebuild the world by destroying it. into our image. And it was like, okay, are you going to tell us what the image is? No. Sounds really stupid, actually. Ryu's blade gets completely absorbed into his arm, so he must carry the sins of all the people he murdered, which is the most metal ideology ever.
Yeah.
And then his arm is like thick, gross, and veiny.
Is the current version of Ninja Gaiden 3 good? Because I remember when that game came out, it was really bad.
My friend told me it's still janky when he was playing it.
Oh.
He told me it wasn't anywhere near as bad as before, but he's like, I still would rather just be playing something else.
Yeah.
Now Ryu must use some random other sword. Ayana gives him another katana. And we have some of our favorite things from the PS3 days, Candy, or that generation rather. You know that segment where you have to really emphasize. Oh God, sorry. Emphasize the character is weak. Yeah, my bad. Emphasize the character is weak, so you have to halt their movement and slow it down to
Yeah.
So yeah. I just hate those segments. I can't ever like them.
Yeah, like Ninja Gaiden 3 is a very PS3 ass game.
And I think my other comment on Ryu is being Sigma for so long, balls are black, surrounded by women, being thick and veiny. Truly he is on the razor's edge. I must have been in a real fugue state when I was writing this.
Why are you so obsessed with his dick?
Because the jokes write themselves.
Like he's Japanese, so it's probably not even that big. It's like poetry, it rhymes. Was that racist? What did you say? Is he actually even Japanese? I don't know. I'm assuming he's Japanese. I think he's coughing again.
Oh, my bad. I was going to say, like, yes, that is racist. Now you're going to get a bunch of people sending you dick pics. Being like, it's not big. I mean, it's not small. And then you're going to be like, why? I don't even like this. I'm a lesbian.
And he does.
I'll say, yeah.
It's average, I swear, it's average.
Okay, yeah, try to save yourself out of that one. I'm not pulling you out of it. The reason why I wrote those jokes while I was in a fugue state was because it seemed like it was the easiest like jokes to make, but like Ryu's behavior is so funny. Like it's just like he's such the protagonist of like I'm flippant and blasé, and I don't care about women. But it makes it so much more funny to like on the ideology of like the protagonist who does that, but he's actually secretly like sexually frustrated.
Yeah, but like that's like it's kind of funny the way that's kind of like a thing for like Japanese game protagonists. It's like
shove women to the side.
Yeah, he's like,
do not tempt me, temptress.
It's like the fact that Nero is married, but we don't know if he's actually even her sex.
Yeah,
it's like, how do you get married?
Yeah, true.
And like,
yeah, exactly. I believe the rival's name is the Alchemist. Because he's trying to change the world from one material to the other.
and because he's British. So it's probably a reference in there.
Ayane and Ryu are playable. I think Momiji is also playable for a short stint. There's a segment where you have to fight clone dinosaurs, and then like the villain explains it'd be fun if they clone dinos though. Like he goes like, why would you clone dinosaurs? He's like, I don't know, maybe people want them as pets. Like it doesn't have anything to do with the world vision.
I just wanted a fucking dinosaur, man.
It's just the Spider-Man meme of just like you could be curing people with cancer with this. It's like I don't want to cure people with cancer. I want to turn
dinosaurs.
People into yeah.
I wanted a fucking dinosaur, man, and you know what? You will do it too.
All right. Ryu has Mizuki.
Hey, no, before you continue, just question. Now that it comes up,
yeah.
If it was like legality and morality, it was not an issue. So if it was okay, let's say like for some reason we discover that it is okay and it becomes legal.
Yeah, this is a terrible starting conversation topic. All right, yeah.
Don't worry. What exotic animal would you have as a pet?
Oh, that's tough. You first.
You know what? I want a bearded vulture.
Bearded vulture?
Yeah, they're cool. They look like they're on fire because of the color of their. They almost look like Phoenix eggs.
Wait, no, but bearded vultures aren't like extinct.
No, but I mean exotic, not extinct.
Oh, yeah, no, bearded vultures are awesome.
Yeah, they're the only known vertebrate who eats bones. That's
Yeah,
like
yeah,
their main
yeah.
diet.
Yeah, yeah. Bearded vulture would be probably up there. Something simple like a red panda, or like there was like this lizard that just looked like a dragon bird, which was cute. But I'm trying to think of like maybe a cheetah, maybe a snow leopard or something.
Yeah, cheetahs are funny because like apparently cheetahs have like same personality as cats.
Yeah,
And this is a bearded vulture, by the way. They're very. I
I
love
love
their
their
color.
eyes. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like
They're
they
cool.
look
They're
like
cool.
phoenixes. Like this is a phoenix.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. They're dope as hell.
And they eat like what they do is like they kill the prey and then they break the bones and drink the
No,
bone marrow.
well, not entirely. They kind of do that, but they're also scavengers like other vultures, so they'll
Yeah.
lead and assist predator species in killing their prey so that they can feast on the bones after.
Yeah, and what they do is like they break the bones and they drink the bone marrow.
Could you imagine having that homie like assist you? Like you would feel confident in your hunt.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah.
But like, how do you feed one of these? It's like you just get like fresh bones
You have to
every
feed them
day.
bones. All right. So, another woman who's been added to Ryu's harem is a CIA handler Mizuki,
She's pretty
who
cute.
is she's pretty cute. She's also a single mom, so MILF status. But then you find out she's not really a mom; she's an aunt. So I guess still MILF. I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah, but with all the issues.
And then for some reason, her adopted daughter keeps shipping you and like Mizuki.
Listen, I know what it's
So I was
like. I know what it's like. At this point, we just want our moms to like get some action, man. We're just trying to get it.
Mizuki literally gets kidnapped off screen, then she betrays us, and then Ryu's like pretty forgiving, all things considered. There's an AI lady. No, not AI lady. There's a lady called Lovelace, because of course, and she opens a virtual world as a level thing. And then her and Alchemist are in front of like an evil little tube egg, and they're both laughing. And then Alchemist is like, "What if we made this better?" And then he pushes Lovelace into the egg, so she becomes a horrible mutant. And I'm sitting there as like, yeah, why would you stand in between the thing that would like genetically alter like human DNA and the crazy guy? Like that's just a recipe for disaster.
Yeah.
There's a segment where you have to carry the kid while you're killing people, so literally Ryu just tells her, is like, just close your eyes and zone out. Just disassociate. Because yeah, it's gonna be rough from this point on. So you're holding her like a baby and just murdering left and right. Let's see. The obvious evil guy is obviously evil because he's evil British.
Yeah.
And he is a man who is wearing a lab coat and a beanie, which is the like. I'll be real with you. That outfit just screams like I'm either a drug dealer or I'm secretly scheming.
Secretly, quote unquote. No. Killa, I think is the other way. I think his British parents is evil.
Momiji is back. She helps you after you've been knocked out or something.
This is the one where she gets a
cursed...
Norse uniform, right?
I think so. I can't remember.
Oh no. No, I just heard something.
Slightly before.
I just heard something.
What?
Someone brought a child into the building. Oh. Probably someone visiting from Christmas. It's going to be so much noise. Oh no.
So before that,
there weren't children in this building before.
Yeah. So what was I gonna say? Because Ryu knows that his current blade is not enough, because I don't think it's the dragon blade. I can't remember. He gets the cursed blade that he put in the graveyard back. So my note is maybe
who could have thought we needed
maybe
that?
if you didn't just throw it away like earlier, if you had it from the beginning.
Crazy, we needed that, huh?
Yeah. Anyway.
Oh yeah, this is the one where Momiji gets the like very very hot Norse uniform.
Yeah. So Momiji's back. She nurses you back to health. And then I put in notes. Arm is even grosser. Oh yeah, there was a spider witch boss that Ayane killed in 2, and she comes back. But this time it's Ryu and Momiji
She's
killing
so
him.
hot.
Yeah, she's awesome. Well, I think you also have like you also have a bias for like polearm users, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, you found out your dad isn't dead; he's just blind.
He isn't dead. He just forgot where you are. He doesn't
Yeah,
see
he's
you.
just like he's just in front. You know what? I thought I made it a note because like dead parents is such a superhero trope. So the idea that your parent is just blind is like, it's a breath of fresh air, I guess.
He really did go for milk, and he got lost in the way because he's blind.
Yeah, he just got blind. He came back. He was like, I love you, son. He's like, oh, Dad, I'm not even in the room.
I finally found Detective Pavement again.
Cliff, the guy with the beanie and the lab coat is evil. Who would have guessed?
British parents is evil.
And then he reveals that his grandfather is there, and his grandfather is evil. And also, way back earlier, he's the daughter's uncle. So like Mizuki's adopted daughter's biological uncle, and the grandpa wants to use the granddaughter for some sort of scheme to make an evil kaiju for some reason.
What could possibly
And then
go
the
wrong?
masked alchemist is revealed not to be like the evil scientist Cliff, but actually his brother, who is the real dad of the adopted daughter. And they thought he was dead, but no, he was just brainwashed.
Another dad that wasn't actually dead.
Yeah. Well, about that. Anyway, like there's a cutscene offside where Ayane and Sonya are like teaming up to like take down a base, and then they're fighting over Ryu. And they're just like, "What's your relationship with Ryu?" And like Sonya's just like, "I know him better than you do." And then like I'm just sitting there thinking like, throw Rachel, Mizuki, and maybe Momiji in this brawl.
Yeah.
Just yeah. So
I think if I remember correctly, I have heard that referred to as a scorned woman harem.
If anyone could handle it, it's Ryu Hayabusa. He killed the old man piloting a dino mech. It looked rad. Oh right, the kid's name is Kana.
Listen, I know I'm not saying I'm evil. I'm not saying I'm evil, but if there is a war, I'm joining the side that is going to give me a dino mech.
Fair. Oh yeah.
Maybe the good guys need to make more dino mechs. Maybe that's the problem.
It's like the joke with Wooly on XCOM 2 when they did that run way back. Is just like he would instantly betray the human race for a jetpack.
Yeah.
Rather than Cliff the villain.
Yeah, maybe
so I noted
cooler.
that
Maybe that is the problem. Maybe the good guys need to be cooler.
So, the masked man was actually Kana's dad, Theodore, who is brothers with Cliff, even though you would have thought it was Cliff. But Cliff is nowhere near badass to be like a fighter. So yeah.
Is he also British?
He is also British.
I mean, yeah, they're brothers, I guess.
So like, yeah. There's a segment where like Genshin's ghost is handing him the blade again, and he gets ready, and they kill Cliff because Cliff injected him with the Resident Evil goo that makes him a monster, because every dumb scientist does this when they're a villain.
Yeah. Oh no, I'm a gooster now.
Yeah, Momiji and Theodore come to help, I guess. There was a car chase. I keep writing this world reset shit might be the stupidest motivation because it's so open-ended. Theodore gets a couple of cool moments, but then has to die.
Yeah, because like I'm going to say it, the idea of like destroying the world to like restart it again is actually not a bad idea, but you need to have a vision.
All right, there. I'm not even gonna touch that. So you think you're gonna have a rival fight, and you do, because his whole thing is we gotta fight. I guess the motive like makes sense. It's like, listen, I get that you have to save the world, but if my daughter's life is the cost, I already feel like a dead man. Why would I do that? But then he reveals, no, I just did that to help you out, so I could take the infection away from you. And then
nice.
Ryu has both his blades. And then you fight Sanctus Invictus, in which case like you're facing like kaiju puppet thing, or I guess Mundus as well. And then you kill it, and you save the day. You save Canada. You save all of them, and then you run off into the skies.
You said Canada? Is that what you said?
No, Kana.
Huh?
And then
that would be really funny.
Yeah, and then
if the entire thing of Ninja Gaiden 3 was like saving Canada.
And then Ryu runs off into the skies with no bitches.
I mean, he has bitches. He's just choosing. That's what makes him. That's what makes him a Sigma male. He's choosing to remain bitchless.
To be Sigma means that your balls must end up black, and you must always be on the razor's edge. Oh God.
Bless you.
No, my body was just rejecting it. Yeah, Kill is right. Despite what your barber might tell you, don't put it on the razor's edge.
Is that not the reason safety razors exist?
Just go. If we had sponsors, Candy, I would segue instantly to Manscaped.
I don't know,
But we
man.
don't.
I use a little like hair cutting machine. I don't know.
I wax my body during the summer.
Oh. Did it hurt? Is it actually that painful?
It's pretty bad. But like at some point you kind of get used to the whole rigmarole, so you're like, whatever. Just get it. Let's just get it done.
Yeah. Is it actually that hot? I feel like it like the
It's not
wax
necessarily
itself.
outright. Oh,
I have heard that the wax is like very very hot when they like put it on you.
yeah, it is. But it's not any like I don't know. Like you kind of just set to it, right? Because like it burns at first, but you're like, oh okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then the real worry is like when it's pulled off. So.
Yeah. I wonder if you can actually like remove a nipple by doing that. That's true.
You can tear skin off if you wax incorrectly.
But can you remove a nipple?
Well, I mean, like since it's on the top layer of like skin, I imagine you technically could.
Funny if it just comes off like a plastic cup, like. Boop.
There's a
Just, like,
episode
put
of
it
Dan
with tape
Chicopo's
again.
Day. There's a episode of Daily Lives of High School Boys where the guy is each of the guys are telling horror stories, and one guy was talking about shaving his chest, and then he accidentally shaved off his nipple, and they're like, oh, that's not real, right? And then he lifts up his shirt, and you see a bandage over where his nipple is, and they both scream.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Like when it comes to like parts of the body that like feel a lot of pain, I feel like nipples are like underrated. Like people don't talk about how much you can hurt a nipple.
Well, there has to be a lot of nerve endings there, right? Because purple nurples hurt like hell.
Yeah. And to be fair,
But yeah,
fair, my nipples are like way more sensitive for anything since I started like hormones. But like even before that, they were very sensitive. They were just very sensitive.
What else? Oh right,
So that
like,
is the lesson for today. I guess don't shave your nipples.
don't shave your nipples.
Yeah, we're trying to be like educative now. So like every day we have a lesson.
But yeah, that was all of the Ninja Gaiden stuff. Now that I have 4, when all the DLC comes out, I'll get to play it on my own. One person told me 4 is very much, since Itagaki was terminally sick, rest in peace Itagaki. He had no influence on Ninja Gaiden 4.
Yeah.
And like also because of like Platinum. So the fact that this game plays more like the hack and slashes of that and being a little more close to stuff like Devil May Cry was actually one of the better moves for it, because apparently like it just plays so much better.
Yeah, like Ninja Gaiden, like that is the thing from what I have heard, Ninja Gaiden 4 is basically Revengeance 2.
Yeah, pretty much. I can't wait. I loved Revengeance 1, so
yeah,
I get to play. And I mean,
they
to be
even
fair,
got like the guy who made the songs to make a song.
Well, Victor Borba is like also like a vocalist in a lot of those songs too, so
yeah,
it's great. What else was I gift? A couple of the Final Fantasy 7s.
There's
Final
too many.
Fantasy
There's
16.
too much. I want to say there's too much Final Fantasy 7. We don't need any more Final Fantasy 7 like anything.
As a person who's biased, I might be disagreeing. You're saying this, and then the camera cuts to the guy who's wearing an FF7 Shinra shirt with a hat that says like Tifa X Cloud.
Yeah.
With a big thumbs up sign that says I love Aerith on it. And it's like, mayhaps. One could say they could do a couple more.
like finish the remake and then don't do anything more. Like
finish the remake saga, I think, is the important part. Here's the thing: if they were gonna add more content after the remake saga, you know what they'd actually have to do? like just properly remake the original if you were going that route. Just like because like you know what the problem with Ever Crisis is? It was pitched as a remake to the original, and
Yeah.
it looked kind of cute because
But
they
then
had
it
the
was a
chibi
gacha.
avatars. Yeah, then it was a gotcha, and then it added a bunch of like side content that made the whole thing messy
Yeah.
in terms of story.
Square
So it's
cannot
like
help
if you
itself.
would,
Square is such a messy
it
company.
can't. It can't. So like if it was just a basic like here's a redoing of the original game in its style, like you know low poly and only high poly in combat, and it was just like a pure honest to god remake of 7, and this is how we're going to tell you the story of original 7, right? Because like 7 remake is going off and doing its own thing kind of at the same time,
Yeah.
right? That would have been valid. That would have been fine.
Yeah. You know what
But like
you know what would be cool? Even as
and then
someone
if
who
they're
who
yeah, go
doesn't
ahead.
even as someone who doesn't like remakes. You know what they should do?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so like
What?
imagine like a game that is like that HD 2D thing, except instead of being like pixel art is like hand painted and like the sprites look like the Yoshitaka Amano artwork
Mm-hmm.
and like super resolution like scans of the Yoshitaka Amano artwork and a remake of 6 like that.
That'd work. That'd be fun and safe.
Because I
I
feel
think
like this
yeah.
idea of sprites on like a high fidelity 3D world is like being like squandered by like by like focusing on pixel art
Yeah.
when you could do it with like high resolution like hand painted like assets and stuff like that.
You could. You could. I like even because like the whole thing was popularized by Octopath, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I would love to see a game like that. A game that is like HD2D but like with like high resolution like artwork and like painted stuff. And like
Mhm.
painterly textures and stuff like that. I feel like that can work.
Yeah, no, I totally like to see something in that style too. It's the interesting thing. It's like FF is such a long-standing like anthology, and you could totally do some of that stuff though. Didn't the FF6 Pixel remaster kind of try going that route too?
No, the pixel remaster is just like the old one, but like with like slightly higher resolution assets.
Okay, good. I'd be fine with that, honestly.
It's basically just like the original
Uh,
one, but like cleaned up a little bit.
yeah.
It isn't
I
really
know.
like it is still like a 2D game like fully.
Yeah, that's good then. I know a friend who's been marathoning the FF games and then burned out on 3. I'm like, what did you expect was going to happen?
Yeah, yeah. Those are
Like,
not
it's
games
not
you
even a
play on.
blame. Yeah, they aren't. They're the games you look at and you pick what you think is cool and then you play them
Or you like play
at this point
one,
in time.
you play one, and then you play like literally anything else for like 2 months, and then you play the next one.
Yeah,
Like
it's like
if you're going to do a Final Fantasy marathon, you have to do it like staggered like that, like one
yeah,
every
you
month or
need
something
breaks
like
in
that.
between. I kind of feel the same from whenever my friends talk about an SMT marathon. I feel like it has to be the same ilk.
Oh no, like it's worse because SMT hates
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, no, because there are so many other side games and stuff that are still in its canon.
No, and
Like there
also
was that
do you
map
want
and
to do
stuff,
a
right?
fucking how many games where the final level is a teleporter maze where everything kills you can you play in a row?
Oh yeah, that's pretty bad.
Because every SMT
Yeah.
game, the final level is a teleporter maze where everything kills you.
Oof. You know,
And
I think that's
and in more than one of those games, the teleporter maze is literally inside of the intestines of Satan.
ooh. I think that's the interesting thing as like someone who grew up more with FF than I did SMT is
Yeah.
like I can look at like FF and I can go if I had to go down the wire, I could maybe like binge these again because I like it'd just be refreshing my memory on some of these stories, right? Um, but at the same time, but while look at like SM teams, like I didn't grow up with you, so I would honestly just pick and choose what I want to play from you.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the reverse for other people. Like I'm sure it is, but like I just don't. I don't have it in me to be the innate lore master of a universe. And even then, FF10's lore, quote unquote, isn't so connected. It doesn't matter. It's an anthology.
Yeah.
Who cares?
SMT also kind of like
Uh,
that. Like the
yeah,
collections are
exactly.
loose all over the place.
I don't even know what universes Raido is part of. I know he's like connected to Nocturne because he's a DLC character.
But I don't know
And
if
then I
like
have no
I don't know
idea
if that's actually
if he's in
canonical
other
or if it's just a
SMT games.
cameo. Because if if like being on Nocturne is enough to be canonical in the universe, then Dante will
And
exist.
Dante.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. Well, no, you can still have a crossover character from another IP and then still like reference like, oh yeah, he was canon at that point, right? He doesn't have to play a significant role in everything. Because like we talked about FF, goddamn fucking Arden is in Assassin's Creed Unity.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. No, it's Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
I think it's Assassin's Creed Origins actually.
Did I say Odyssey?
Unity.
Oh my.
Unity is the French one.
Freaking. Yeah, no, I know.
Which you know what I don't understand.
Huh?
You know what I don't understand.
Wait, say something.
Hello.
Yeah. What?
You know what I don't understand.
What?
On every Assassin's Creed, they have like people doing bad accents, except for the French one. In the French one, everyone is British.
Yeah, Killian made a joke about this.
It's like, why?
Killian has the best crash out of anyone for that. I love it. I forget what the exact joke is, but it still has me like howling whenever I watch. For those who somehow haven't watched that amazing piece, it's the Killian experience, Assassin's Creed in retrospective. And when he goes into the Unity section, he has like a hard crash out on why everyone is British.
And like in every other game, everyone is doing like bad accents, right?
Yeah.
Why is everyone in the French one just like a British guy?
You gotta, every time they just chalk it up to the Animus was changing things around. I think my favorite is in AC1. They were a little more honest with themselves because Altair's voice is the most American voice, but it does sound badass.
Yeah.
And everyone else has an accent within that region. And then when interviewed as to why Altair, as when Altair is like, sorry,
I'd go as far as to say a little bit racist.
Well, I don't know. I don't know if the character is like being, because you can. Here's the thing, you can with voice acting. You there are lines you can do annotations and stuff in certain accents and stuff, even if you aren't part of that nationality. Like Samurai Jack's voice actor is black, from what I remember.
Yeah,
and stuff like that. He's like, you can do it as long as you aren't doing it in an offensive way. I think as long as you aren't going like you casted like some regular guy voicing an Italian.
I don't mean it in like. I mean it in like I feel like they're a little bit too exaggerated. That's what I mean.
It could be
like they're leaning a little bit too hard into the accents.
Could be. I mean, it would be better if they like. I suppose like if the cultural aspect is a very big thing, then yeah, maybe probably get voice actors from that region.
I think you should. I think they should just do the Tekken thing.
We have them speak in the language.
Yeah, when everyone just speaks in the native language, and you have subtitles. Whatever.
Sadly, this is a Western audience at that old level of time during the PS2 to PS3 days who had, remember that weird xenophobia that was around?
Oh yeah.
In like, yeah. But like anyway, that regardless is like, long tangent aside, Altair has a very American voice, and when they were interviewed on it, they explained it away with an Animus glitch, but they literally just said it's like in reality the reason why is because we thought the voice actor's voice was like super badass, so making him do a fake accent would just not do it justice. Yeah. Which is like, yeah, go off. Like, I admit it, I like Altair's voice a lot in the first one. I wish I had that voice. It sounds badass. But yeah. Still, you know what this talk about Assassin's Creed is making me want to do, Candy?
Kill yourself?
Still not play Shadows.
Oh yeah.
Or Mirage.
I guess that's an option.
Or Valhalla. I'm still not gonna do it.
Yeah, I'm not going to do it either. Like I stopped at 3 and I'm okay with that. I don't need to go any further than that.
I stopped at Odyssey. You can't ask more of me. I've done everything I can, man. I'm good.
Yeah, we have enough.
And anytime someone tells me, it's like, yeah, it's fine to catch up. It's like, the next one you're telling me to play is Valhalla, the one everyone points to as the biggest slog.
Yeah.
Because there's way too much side stuff that doesn't matter. Like,
We're good. We're good.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention the other games I got. One friend gifted me Spider-Man 2, which was very sweet of them. Very cute moment. Another person got me Liza P. And then for myself, I got Control for the family account, and then I got Trials of Innocence.
Yeah.
I mentioned that one. And then because I got a gift card, because you'd be proud of me. What I've been gifting people lately, Candy, because it's on their wish list and they never played it, I just bought a couple people Valhalla.
Yeah.
Not Assassin's Creed Valhalla, like the Cyberpunk one.
Yeah.
straight
I
vibing.
was thinking about that game
And yeah.
this week. I kind
So
of want to replay it again.
hey, let's go. Um, so like I gifted one friend that, and I remember messaging her as like, hey, I got you something on your wish list, by the way. Happy holidays. And it's like, you can't just do that. I can, and I did. He's like, get ready for the return vol, you bitch. I'm like, what? And then she sent me like a $25 gift card. I'm like, okay. And then I got the first Berserker Kazan um on Steam because it was already like $50, so like I paid half off. Um and like to be fair, like first Berserker is like it's like based off of like the DNF stuff, and it's like a Nexon like Souls like hack and slash, but I was like, it looks beautiful enough, and I heard Maximilian dude loved it. Our
Yeah.
tastes kind of align, so I was like, I'll give it a shot. I'll give it a shot. I actually genuinely want to see. I want to see like if it's too high spec for my PC, because my PC is no slouch, but no, actually the recommended graphics is RTX 2070, so that's good. Yeah, okay.
You
I'll
better enjoy
probably.
whatever GPU you have because you're never going to afford another one ever again.
I'm not going to. I have a 3070
Uh,
Ti,
oh,
so I'm
nice.
good for a while. Yeah.
Nobody is ever going to
Uh,
afford a computer ever again.
Remember when like the PC gaming community just went like, at least ours is more affordable, and then like the companies that made that pride go decided to make it go away.
Yeah.
They were just like, hey, what if we all just invest in AI companies and
That,
then
like
made
all
it
I'm going
really
to say
hard
about
for you to buy
AI,
anything?
all I'm going to say about AI is that when the bubble pops, I hope they're suicides.
Jesus. I will say,
and I'm not even joking about
I
that.
will I will say I don't agree necessarily to that extreme, but I will say like there would be a little bit of catharsis if I saw Nvidia's Jensen in a black jacket on the street in a cardboard box.
Like I definitely want to see a couple of people like out of a window when the bubble pops.
It's just the stupidest investment thing. We've talked about this like ad nauseum before, and like there was a conversation where, because oh yeah, that was the news this week too, where people started pointing out that Claire winning all those awards and then it being found out that AI was used in the production.
Yeah, now I'm very glad I never like
Yeah.
spend any money on that game, and I'm never going to buy it again. And I'm never going to buy it now.
It's in my family account. I know so many people that say it's a cultural milestone that I'll keep an open eye. The problem is there is no transparency to what level,
Yeah,
right? Because in the interview they said we used some. Meanwhile, Guillermo or whatever, the lead guy, the creative guy, he said there was no using of it, but it's like we respect the artistic vision, which is clearly like a lie if one person who produced mentioned they used AI.
yeah,
Um, it's just the problem where it's like the admittance was, oh, we used placeholder assets, so and then we replaced them before, but then there was like a patch that caught like an AI generated texture on a newspaper.
yeah,
Um, and it's just like you put an eyebrow raise and you go like, okay, that's what you're admitting to. How much else might be though?
yeah,
And that's always the problem when that stuff is like revealed. Is like unless they're completely transparent about it, you're
yeah,
going to keep guessing on what. Um, because again, this conversation has to be very strict on, and we have to put more nuance into it. Not all AI is going to be bad for production. If it's like a machine learning
No, we're
situation,
talking about
right?
Gen AI, like generative AI.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, but like people don't know because the conversation gets so muddied because people use the blanket term AI, right?
Yeah,
So there needs to be distinguishing factors. Gen AI will gather a bunch of resources that are plagiarized and crap out like crappy ideas and a bunch of other stuff that could be based off of misinfo and stuff like that, and just right like that.
mm-hmm.
Machine learning is a very different ballpark. You're setting up the parameters. You're kind of making that machine like
Yeah, that's all. That's
do
all.
tasks. Yeah, yeah. It is like, and the problem is like when people use like use articles and they just go like it has AI usage. You have to genuinely look into the article and see like what kind, right? Because that's important, right? Arc Raiders scenario, I think Bricky does a very good video of this. Talks about like how Arc Raiders uses machine learning for some very excellent parts. it's just the Gen AI parts for the voice acting and some other stuff that makes it a really muddy experience and a
Yeah.
slash against it, right?
I'm just glad that
So,
game
yeah.
look like. I'm very glad our creators just look like shit. Like even before I knew about the AI stuff.
Yeah, I'm just glad
It's
it's
like, oh
not
wow.
in my. Yeah, I'm glad it's not in my
I was never
wheelhouse.
going to play that anyway.
Yeah,
Because
I'm glad it's
it
not
does
in my
hurt me. It does hurt me to
yeah.
have to like discard Baldur's Gate 3 and Expedition 33 and like the new Divinity game.
Yeah.
It does hurt to like
Yeah.
have to discard them, but like morally cannot justify like buying those games.
Yeah, it's just like
Fortunately, fortunately, I have a lot of practice doing that as a trans woman who grew up as a huge fan of Harry Potter.
yeah, that's fair. But like, yeah, you should need a PhD in gaming to boycott Gen A. Yeah, it's true. It's just sadly like the way the way journalism does it is like it's going to throw any usage under the bus for the headlines because it knows it's the popular thing right now. And sadly, like you need to be informed on what like is like fine usage of it and what isn't, right? Because like, yeah, there are some machine learning things and like other models which are very useful for developers so they don't like they have less on their plate, right? Whereas like Gen does that but at the cost of stealing from a bunch of people and creating a subpar product out of it.
Yeah.
So like yeah, it's easy to tell which is the more like which is a morally bankrupt one, right? Um but yeah, the way it is like Claire's on my family account. I have less of an interest now to play it in all honesty. Um until like they maybe like put a full on admittance of like how AI was like truly incorporated throughout the stages of the game.
Yeah.
Is also very insulting because like Claire also won the Indie Game Awards, an award show that mentioned like and thank you everyone for not using AI. It's like
No, I think they disqualified them today, actually.
that's good. That's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, it's good.
It's like
I agree with that decision.
yeah. Um it's just shitty. It's just sad that and like again
And
this
also,
is
I just
gonna
don't
be like
understand, like, what's the point of using AI for placeholder? It's just a fucking placeholder. You just put a PNG of a newspaper in there.
I've talked about this before. Placeholders, like, why? Because you're putting in more effort for nothing.
Yeah, the point is that the point of the placeholder is that you like just put up like
Replace it.
you like open MS Paint, you put newspaper in there, and you like you just write newspaper, and you just I have seen games like I've seen like betas of games. And like in development versions of games where like the walls just have like a white texture with text that says wall. Like you don't need to actually have like an idea of a wall in there. You just need to have like something that tells you that there is a wall, even if that's just like text that says wall. Like I have seen games that do that. Games where like the wall says brick, in a white background and black text. It's just like brick. You don't need to like do anything fancy with your placeholders. It's a fucking placeholder. Is Nick sneezing again? Did he die?
My bad. Yeah, I was checking on the dogs for a second.
Okay.
Yeah, no. So the thing was like, because we cut off on the placeholder. The whole point for a placeholder again is in the term placeholder. It has to be replaced.
Yeah.
After that, right? The problem, one of the stupidest things you could be doing is one, like you can use anything for a placeholder. You might as well just use an existing stock image because why waste the energy resources?
Yeah.
Or just use like a factory default texture that sucks.
Yeah.
Because
I have seen like in development versions of games where like literally just the placeholder texture literally just like a white background with black text that says bricks.
yeah.
Like the bricks go here.
The whole yeah, like the whole point for a placeholder is it should be ugly and noticeable so you can replace it later in the process. If you make a Gen AI thing to be the placeholder asset, the only thing I can sort of get here is like, okay, you wanted to see it within the confines of as close to what you actually want to design, right? You want to actually see like the textures of a mountain or something with that said texture. But at the same time, like you're going to like if it's a placeholder asset, you're going to replace it with that texture anyway.
Yeah.
So you should still just use the base one and then fiddle around with your final texture.
Yeah.
Because all you're going to do is you're going to, if you make something really close to what you want in the final product, it's going to be easier to slip behind, like slip past you, and then you're going to ship it in post. I mean, you're going to ship it with it, like with it, right?
Yeah.
And then you
Just
have
more
this awkward
work.
conversation.
Like it's like
Just more
fucking
work.
techno fetishism. This is what that is what it is. Fucking techno fetishism. It's like a new thing. I'm jerking my hog at the new thing.
And it's just like because placeholder asset like Gen AI is just like the stupidest implementation because like you mentioned it, it's just more work for nothing. You're just putting in work to get into trouble.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean like I'm
And like nobody likes that. Like
yeah.
like the Baldur's Gate people are like now are going to have to like do like they already like starting to put in place like an apology tour because like everyone is in break right now, but like when they come back from break, they're going to like start doing an apology tour on Raid and stuff.
Well, also like as it came out, like you know when shit rains it pours, it's like a lot of people started like outing Larian for like toxic hiring practices and just like kind of the work culture there, not necessarily in like the harassment field, but it's just like the fact that it's like how they approach like work,
Yeah.
right? And like when the interest of AI was going in there, everyone kind of knew where the wind was like taking them. Um and wanted to like, you know, so X staff were kind of like, yeah, this was going to be in the cards. And I do understand from the highest point of like sure, if you're not knowledge like for CEOs, if you're not knowledgeable in the field, the new tech seems like too good of a deal to pass up, but like research what's in your field, man.
Yeah, like hot take.
This is
If you're the
it's
leader of a company, you should know what the company fucking knows.
yeah, because like all it's gonna do is damage your brand. Because it's been damaging your brand.
Yeah.
And like the fact of the matter is everyone like every big CEO is just like we can normalize it, we can popularize it to like people is like you can't because the way you're executing it is just like
The most hateable one.
yeah, the most hateable circumstances, and that's the only reason why you want to use it. You don't want to use it for like the most positive circumstances.
Yeah.
So yeah, of course you're gonna just get that bad flock, and you deserve it. So sorry, man.
Yeah, so like Larian is already like planning an apology tour for like next month. And like I don't know if Sanfal has like said anything yet.
Yeah, it's a bold play. It is a funny play. But it's like you know what the funny thing is? If a CEO said that, I would kind of be like, at least he admits it.
Yeah.
I'd be like, oh,
Yeah. And like
he, he, he totally admitted it. Oh, that's new. That's a new one for me.
and like LG, like I read an article today about how LG was planning on like adding Copilot to like their smart TV operating
Oh,
system.
and they took it away because people were complaining.
Yeah, and now it's like yeah, we're not going to do that actually. And like, the new Firefox CEO said that like they're going to like implement a like kill switch that lets you like with one button like delete all the AI stuff they want to add.
The language is still ambiguous, so keep your eyebrow raised, everyone, for that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like if they could get away with it, they'd try. It's like it's out of all of them, Firefox. It was like so disappointing.
Yeah.
That Firefox was
But like,
up in this.
but
shit.
like the reason everyone always backtracks is because nobody fucking likes this.
Yeah, no one likes it. So why do you keep thinking you're gonna be the one that makes it like popular? Because here's the thing, if your thing is I'm gonna make it popular, and it's like okay, let's have the question thing. How are you gonna make it different? Like, what is the main complaint everyone has? Like, it's the ethics on the plagiarism. It's like the ethics on like replacing workers. It's the
Environmental
the
impact.
the environmental impact. The fact that like the final product tends to be like worse than if like human hands were on it, right?
Yeah.
And if their response to all of that is like, oh, we'll just tell them we'll do it right. It's like, no, you have to actually give a roadmap and like be really detailed on how you would implement that and not like avoid the entire thing everyone hates.
Yeah.
You can't just be like, oh yeah, we'll do it slightly different and leave it ambiguous. Or it's like, actually, you guys are thinking of it wrong. It's like, I don't know, a bunch of people on different perspectives have all kind of come to the like conclusion that this is really bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
And I fucking hate that attitude I think like from some people where it's like Oh, actually, what, like, the genie is in the bottle, so why are we getting angry? We're just like, it's going to happen anyway. And it's like, okay, you fucking defeat this asshole.
Mm-hmm. There,
Go jump
to
off the
be
bridge
fair,
then. If anyone is jumping off the bridge, go enjoy jumping off the bridge. You fucking defeat this asshole.
I think it's like there is a level of understanding. Like, there are people who probably played Claire, right?
Yeah.
And like they played it before the whole AI realization, and maybe they feel a little betrayed on it, and they feel sad because they thought they were supporting an indie thing, and like the whole monument to what that mindset really uh can create. Yeah. And so like that can feel like a level of betrayal, and then just like wondering on if they did like the bad thing. And it's like, you know, you shouldn't feel bad because like you were told in post, and you shouldn't go defeatist on it. And like, if you want to ethically consume, do the best you can. Don't be too hard on yourself when you fail to do it, though, because it's very hard in this world.
Yeah.
A lot of people are using the saying like choose your battles, and I know a lot of people like think like that's a coward's way out. And it's like, but no, it's true. You can't spread yourself so thin on so many different things. You won't be able to like make a lasting impact that way.
Yeah.
It's not to completely excuse some of the other stuff. It's like just understanding like I'm trying my best here, but there's some things I can't like help, and I have to figure that out. And I'm only one person, so like yeah.
Yeah.
If you can, like, there are going to be stances that you can totally like not budge on, and then there are going to be other things where you're like, oh shit, I only found out about this now. I already bought it. I shouldn't feel too bad. I'll see what I can do within my own power and do that. But like yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I will say I'll be trying very hard to avoid AI slop,
Yeah.
like stuff integrated with it. But the problem is like it is such a it feels like it's going to be a situation where I'm inevitably going to hit a game, and then the dev, like I think like maybe 3 months after I played it, will say like, oh yeah, we used AI, and I'm going to get pissed.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the problem, is like, we need to like, there needs to be like some sort of like, more transparency. I don't know how we're going to achieve that, because people don't, because they know everyone hates it, so they're not going to like agree to like being transparent. But well, like, we need to like force them to be transparent somehow.
Wait, sorry, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, like, I don't know how we like we need to like somehow like find a way to like force them to be transparent. I don't know how we're going to do that, but like,
It's very hard in that process. It's just like I feel like there should be a basic conversation within a company's like a company's higher echelon or something like that. Like you would think like someone in marketing who would have a lot of say, considering like a game kind of hinges on it, right? Would go like, hey, this whole AI thing might seem like a very good thing on paper, but like we would take so many immediate losses on our brand. So yeah.
yeah, I don't know why. Yeah, so a lot of people still
I'm
don't
just
disclose it, and it's just like a very frustrating topic, because like, this is something I know it makes me sound like a psychopath every time I talk about it, but something I have struggled with like my whole life is this feeling that like 90% of people are too stupid, so society is never going to get fixed. And I feel like AI is like the like the most like pure example of that. So it makes me like really angry. It's like seeing so many people just like it makes me realize that people are just like too dumb for society to ever like get better. Like I genuinely like starting me like it has radicalized me into believing that humans are just too fucking stupid for like anything to ever get better.
I don't think it's just like an innate stupidity. It's just the problem with like how information is produced, right? Because you get so many conflicting stuff, and so like the masses don't always go out of their way to study things. That's just the sad truth of it. So misinformation is at its most powerful, right?
Yeah,
And so the people with the most power, money, and influence are going to try swaying the opinion of the public by putting a lot of like their biases on how they do things to seem like fine, because they'll be like, well, there you could make an argument for this morally bankrupt thing, but like the product comes out really good. And then like people go like, I guess that makes sense because
It's
like
like,
they aren't well versed enough in
you
the
know what it
topic.
reminds me of? You know what it
Mhm.
reminds me of?
What?
The way dictatorships are really good at building stuff.
Mhm. Mhm.
It's like, yeah, their buildings are always better, but like, you know what it needed? Slavery.
Yeah, no.
So
It's just
maybe
a
let's like appreciate the buildings we have.
yeah, yeah. It's just how it's just like the sad thing is a lot of this requires on like if I think how it's gone is I've had conversations with people where they aren't aware of the whole AI thing in games. And then I always whenever that sort of thing happens, I do my best to present the information in a palatable and non-hostile way because people if your message matters, I know some people go like, shut up, they have to know the facts and you have to be blunt with them. It's like, no. If your message is important, it's important to put the effort to make it palatable.
Yeah.
If you're just being self-righteous, then you're like and you just want to talk down to them, I'm sorry, you're not a good like herald for your message. You have to understand how you have to propagate that message. That is the most important thing. It doesn't matter how you feel. If you want that message to propagate, you have to understand how to propagate it.
Yeah. And that's the
That is
part where I
important.
struggle because I kind of hate people, so I always get angry.
Yeah. So I always do my best to be very patient and then go like, okay, but think of it in this like in this process, like if this was in your sector of work and you got replaced by it, or like you found out like something like automated was doing it and was doing a worse job than you, and it was like robbing you of money, would you support that thing? And they go like, no, actually. And then that conversation happens.
Like, if you ate like a really, really good fucking burger, and then you realize that the burger was made of rat, you probably won't like it anymore. No, but like, I feel like in the case of Call of Duty, it just feels like,
All right, I brought my kill. I brought my kill. I brought my cat in here.
in the case of Call of Duty, it just feels like, I mean, yeah, what did you expect? They've been like creatively rancor for like 20 years. What did you expect from them? Like, the last good one was in like 2012.
It's one of the biggest examples of like the problems with like making yearly releases to the point where I think Black Ops 7 did so poorly that Call of Duty has mentioned that they might just start doing rotating schedules.
Yeah.
Which is so funny. It's like it failed that badly. But yeah.
Yeah. And I also see some people like calling people hypocrites for like changing their opinion on like Expedition 33 after like the revelations of the like AI use, right? But like,
The conversation isn't about it being good.
yeah, but like,
That's what
what if
yeah.
you ate a really tasty burger and then you like learned that the burger was made of like rat meat?
Yeah, no. Well, okay, I don't know if that analysis is necessarily the best because I look at rats as like vermin and there's a lot of them. I'm like, yeah, we'll get a source of protein.
Yeah, but they're
I would
like
not be phased by
gross and
rat
toxic
burgers.
and shit.
Yeah, true. No, I could see the opinion changing.
It's
but
not
I
about
mean, like,
it's not about having empathy for the rat. It's about the fact that they're fucking gross and I don't want to eat one.
no, I think well the AI thing is about the moral ethics and stuff, right? So like I think like the other thing is like um it's just like what if you found out like they I don't know. It's a very hard thing with the food analogy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because it's just like, hey, what if like every time you ate one of these burgers, they just like hit their employees with a baseball bat in their kneecaps? I'd be like, why do you have to do that?
Yeah, what if like the cooks in this restaurant were like slave labor actually?
Yeah. Or stuff like that. Like it's not a hypocritical thing. It's like you can admit that like sure they made a very good product, but the fact of the matter isn't I did mention that AI usually makes a subpar product that like I think that's when it's like heavily over like relied on. But like the people on the Claire team were talented to the point where it's like you didn't need to use this. So why do it?
Yeah.
When you know like the negative associations with it, like what that would say, especially when you're in the indie scene or like you're supposedly accepted in the indie scene.
Yeah.
It's like I don't think it's hypocritical. I think it's people standing by what they believe in. It would be more hypocritical if they were against AI and then they accepted E33 completely without fault. There are two
Yeah.
ways to this. I think that like saying that is extremely disingenuous. And like, listen, if you played it and you liked it, I'm not here to take it away from you. Like, yeah, if that thing meant something to you and it did something for you, like, I'm not going to take away the power of like media. But like, you can't look at a thing entirely and just go like it is absolved of anything, like of everything,
Yeah, it's
right?
like again, like going back to like what I was saying earlier, or like me having experience with this kind of stuff. Like I cannot take away the fact that like Harry Potter is what got me into writing. It's what got me into reading.
Yeah.
Like it means a lot to me. But
And
I'm not
even
going
then,
to try to like
yeah,
I'm not going to engage with it ever again because like I cannot justify
yeah,
it.
no, and even then, let's say you were in like we were in a position where it was a different trans person who liked Harry Potter, but they still loved Harry Potter, but they felt conflicted, right? I would think like if the story itself meant something to you in the positives and you were not interpreting the author's like like blatant bigotry, then you're allowed to have that series be special to you, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It's the whole thing is like it says something when the actors for these beloved characters do not agree with the author. And
Yeah.
you can also think of it of like if these characters were made manifest, would they agree with the author? Probably not. They're paragons of virtue. They're
Yeah.
very good people. They wouldn't agree with an author's like bigoted take. And so like that's sometimes the power of art. It's like
But you
understanding that that thing can be
but also don't
beautiful
give them
to
any
you.
money anymore.
Yeah, just don't give them any money. I'd go like, yeah, you can still love Harry Potter, just pirate everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, just do that and like fuck JK. But that's what it ultimately is. Like there's going to be so many things where it's going to be hard to do the ethical consumption because the world is just a very very unfair place
Wait, what the
sadly.
fuck is
And it's
going
like
on with me? Huh?
yeah, I was wondering why you were flash stepping. For instance, like I love like SNK. SNK is like owned by not very good people now that are
Yeah.
trying to eat up a lot of the game industry and there might be blood money involved. And it's hard. It's hard to remember that every single time because like your human response when you see a cool video game isn't innately going to be like what war crimes are associated with this. It should never be that. But like yeah,
Yeah.
I don't want this podcast to end in a downer because this is our pre-Christmas podcast.
Yeah.
I'm just here. Yeah, I'm just here to tell you like it's going to be rough. The bubble will collapse eventually. It's gonna suck, and after that, like I think some good things will flourish. You just got to tough it out. I promise you. Just tough it out. Keep going forward. You'll make it.
I just really wish I had a Death Note, man.
Yeah. And also
I
just
could
like
fix so
if
much
you ever
stuff with one of those.
also just like the other thing is if that voice in your head is being critical towards you because you financially supported something that was like bad like after the fact like you found out, don't be too hard
Yeah,
on
like if you
yourself.
found
And
out after
sometimes like
if you found out after the fact, like it's not on you.
yeah, and also like say you really want something and it is like dubious in that way on the game production side, just buy secondhand or like Yarhar.
Yeah, like
Or
Expedition 30, neither Expedition 33 nor Baldur's Gate have DRM, so you can just pirate them. It's very easy.
yeah, so just like if that's also what you want to do, like don't you can totally like enjoy the thing as a medium without having to support the person. Like if you went like, "Oh, but like I'm supporting their ideas." It's like those ideas like the way my brain works is like ideas are very they're not usually exclusive. Someone was going to come up with this anyway, and they're usually not always on the high it's the higher tier ladder that decides it, and the lower tier ladder might be completely against like AI integration. Like X-Larian staff even mentioned they really didn't like how the company was turning out. So, you know, it's a game, a movie, those kind of things are like a multi-person production. So one person's sentiment doesn't have to ruin it.
Yeah.
You can still like not financially support it though if you think that's the ethical thing to do, and like I would totally agree with you in that sense. So
Yeah, and like I guess like another thing about like this particular case that makes it so like with Larian and like Expedition 33 is like before this, like it was very easy to like not support AI in games because the company's pushing her for AI, like just make bad games in general anyway.
but now that the discussion is like something that made something good with it, this becomes a problem because like that shouldn't have been the argument, because then once things became good,
Yeah.
then people could use that as a counter argument. Yeah. Maybe, I mean, to be fair, it was like an article from a producer that was like finally translated because they're stationed in France and it only got like traction now.
Yeah.
But yeah, again, like if you already own it, play it. I'm not gonna judge you. Like the only reason why I would deign to play it is I have like 3 copies of it on my family account from my friends, so I don't have to put money into it.
Yeah.
Same thing with Baldur's Gate. I'm like, yeah. I mean, Baldur's Gate probably wasn't made with AI. I don't necessarily want to be giving Larian money now. So like, if I wanted to, I could play it. But yeah,
Yeah. I know, and like Silent in what you're asking, like what they use, if they were like generating textures with AI. They claim it was placeholder, but the game shipped with a few of them, and they had to like patch them out.
yeah. So like, it brings up the discussion of how much else was like integrated with it.
Yeah.
Again, if you played it and you enjoyed it, like no shame in it, no feeling like you have to hate it. It's just like understanding where this is going and just like if they become more transparent and yeah, we're gonna use Gen AI more, is like, yeah, you could any future expeditions you could indeed pirate them. I've heard mimes are very weak against pirates.
Yeah.
Natural weakness, natural Pokemon weakness, you know.
Yeah, they patched them out, but the fact that they were there in the first place means the game is tainted, in my opinion.
Yeah, they left them. They did leave them in there. They left them in there, and then they patched them out before they could people could find out. And so like it becomes a slippery slope of okay, how much else were you also leaning? Because they didn't just say, well, they did say it's like for textures and replaceable stuff, but it's also like for replaceable textures, you didn't have to use this in the first place. You could have just had less work of just putting in a stock image or a placeholder thing,
Yeah. Like everyone
or
has
just
a.
like yeah, no. Well, I mean, it depends on the person because like again, the question is the ambiguity of like you revealing it, and if you still like it, like there's no harm against it.
Yeah, but
But
like
yeah.
to me, I can never like morally justify playing that, supporting that studio again. Like
For me,
as a
it's
moral
like an
thing, I can never like I'm never going to like buy
mm.
anything they make ever again. Same with
For me, it's an
Larian.
eyebrow raise. For me, it's an eyebrow raise, and I have to wait till they speak out on it and to see their general feelings on the concept. But yeah. Well, they're not that. To be fair, like people say they were an underdog, but they got publisher money,
Apparently,
and they also like
apparently Kepler is just like very very hands off in general.
yeah, and like yeah, but like hands off means like you get the money and you don't get any of the oversight.
I wonder if the Among Us people are still doing the like fun thing.
Hmm.
Because like apparently like Among Us made like way more money than they could like have ever expected it to make. So they started like a fund which you could just apply
Yeah,
to have like you could just apply to get money from them if you're making a game, and they don't even like
everyone
publish the
gets
game.
published.
They just give you the money. I wonder if they're
No,
still
a
doing
bunch of
that.
indies don't get publishers though,
I wonder if
because
they're
like
still doing
if
that.
you want to, yeah, if you want to look at like underdogs, was Balatro self-published?
I don't know.
Yeah, it just really because like let's look at Balatro. No, it was published by someone else. There are definitely self-published games that do well though that are underdogs, right? Because like when you go underdog, like my brain goes like, okay, but when you have like a budget as large as Claire's at the same time, it's very hard to really call it an underdog. Is just my main point because there's so many indies that would dream to have that budget.
Yeah,
So, and it's trying to emulate a lot of like double A, triple A space, right? And it's
yeah,
like there's no shame in it. Like I know it sounds like we're talking down on it. I know a lot of people who loved it and absolutely said it was like something that FF should be. But I think it would be remiss to not acknowledge some of those other points though.
yeah,
Because like if we're going to go like, oh, but in comparison to big games, it's an underdog. It's like, yeah, but considering it has to be compared to other indie genre games, it's also a colossus.
yeah. And that is another thing, like a whole other conversation about like how nothing means anything anymore. And no, like like indie doesn't mean anything, AAA doesn't mean anything, like nothing means
Yeah,
anything anymore.
exactly. Yeah,
That's a
and
whole other
soundtrack too.
conversation.
It has to be another categorical tool because like at the same time, like fucking Silksong has way more money and resources put into it. It has a way smaller team,
Yeah,
but would I call Silksong an underdog? Fuck no. I think that's the distinction I have here.
yeah.
Anything like premium indie, it's very hard to just call it an underdog outright.
It's just like, yeah, like I don't want to like get into the semantics of like what even being an indie means, because it's just like a pain in the ass.
Yeah, no,
Words
I
don't
had
mean
that
anything
rant.
anymore.
I had that rant last week. I can't go back into crashing out about like poorly made categorical tools.
Video games in general are just like very well categorizing themselves.
Yeah, they are.
Like genres, like budget categories, it's just like all bad.
Yeah, yeah, but yeah, no, like the whole thing again is like the way I'm saying it is like if you already spent the money on this game, yeah, play it, go for it. Even if you don't want to support them and you want to play the game, yeah, pirate it. Do what you want. You can appreciate the thing on a cultural milestone. It's just like where you draw the lines. You have to pick your battles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, what are you going to talk about? You said you
I mean,
wanted
we
to
already
like,
finished our week. We already finished talking about what? Wait, what?
like you said you wanted to end on like a lighter note. What lighter note?
I don't know. We kind of just circled back into the darkness. Fuck. Uh, Santa's gonna like show up, and I guess maybe he'll give me more games, and then I'll be like, why? I need to be free. I need to be free, old man. And he'll be like, oh.
Your backlog will never end, boy. Oh.
He puts his mid on my shoulder, and he's like, "Have you ever heard of the tale of Sisyphus?"
Yeah. No, like you've been very naughty this year, so I brought you more backlog.
It's just Emperor Palpatine talking about like Darth City. What's it? What was the story? The Sith tale.
Yeah, like
He was telling to Anakin.
Darth. I don't remember. Plagueis the Wise or something like
Plagueis?
that.
Yeah, he's like Darth Plagueis the Wise. Instead of he's warning me of Sisyphus and the boulder.
Yeah.
I'm just like, oh, god damn you.
One must imagine Nick happy with his backlog.
To be fair, I am glad that I got a bunch of new games because like injecting my backlog with like new blood really does make it a little more interesting rather than seeing the same names over and over again. And then slowly getting a sort of adversarial relationship with them.
Yeah.
Like every time I see Dark Souls 2 on my backlog, I'm just like, I hate you. I hate you so much.
I wonder, is there a mod for like Scholar of the First Sin that like removes the enemy placement of Scholar of the First Sin? So you keep all the new stuff, but like you revert to like the old enemy placement. But what do you own it on PC or on like? Because that's a problem.
I own it on console. God damn it.
You know, you could probably mod your games on console if Sony wasn't such a fucking dick about their operating system.
I don't.
Like modders want their games on consoles, but the console operating system will not allow it.
Out of all the Souls games, I think the least I care about are Demon Souls and Dark Souls 2.
I have played Demon Souls. It is definitely clunkier, but it is like
Demon Souls
I really enjoyed
Demon
it.
Souls has Demon Souls has fun ideas. I'll say that, but like on a gameplay basis, like I'd probably get tired of it real quick. But like,
and I just like I don't know. I have a bias. I really love level-based RPGs, where like you don't have like a big open world or anything like that. You just have like a bunch of like separate like areas.
That's fine. I just don't. Dark Souls 2's like combat just feels too floaty.
Yeah.
I'm not too interested in how it does its level placement in like this faux open world situation. I just don't like so many other things about it. I know some people get really adamant on Dark Souls 2 being the best one. I'm like, I'm sorry, I just can't join you on this fight, brother. Give me my bloodborne gruel. I'll eat it.
Have you tried the emulator yet? You probably could run well on your PC.
For Dark Souls 2?
For Blood.
Maybe I could. I mean, you know what? Before I would play like Bloodborne on my PC, I'd probably just play Lies of P.
Yeah, I guess.
Because like my friend gifted it, I might as well be playing.
Did you get the DLC?
You know how much of? So my friend, she's very smart because she fanboys over this twink.
Yeah.
And she's like, I need you to fanboy over him with me. So what I'm gonna do is I've gifted you this game because I know that's the only way to make you play the games. I'm like, oh god damn you. And then she's like, and also when you finish it, then I'll gift you the DLC. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
I've like, I've unintentionally gotten a sugar mommy with criteria that I must meet. I need to meet quotas for my shit.
Yeah. Because there is like the DLC, the other like a boss that is like just like a really hot lady, and he's like, oh, thank you. She's blue for some reason, but she's very hot.
I mean, there's the blue girl from Elden Ring that people like absolutely adore.
Yeah, I don't get that. I
Forearm.
think she's kind of weird looking.
I'd maybe do it once.
Like just to see what the forehands do.
There's a remember the Ace Vane thing where I told you about the guy who's like is like and then I moved to New Jersey. They don't got me over New Jersey.
Yeah, they don't put me
Um
over in New Jersey.
so a bunch of the Spider-Man are arguing and like there's one with like they're like, I know you ain't talking about my Mary Jane. He's like, I know you ain't talking about my Mary Jane. He's like, I know you ain't talking about my Mary John. And then there's a Spider-Man with 6 arms, like, fuck you, and fuck all your Mary Janes and Mary Johns. I was on a deep, deep dick beating session with all of these 6 hands. You know what that's like? I'm a walking incel orgy. And it's just like Ace Vane quotes stay in my head rent free. He is so like unhinged. Oh my god.
Like I like what was I going to say? I think I forgot what I was going to say, dude. Let me remember. Let me remember. Let me remember.
I'm back.
I'm trying to remember what I was going to say.
We gotta try going in a more positive route because it's a holiday special.
Oh yeah, I remembered. No, but isn't she a
that's
doll?
something right.
Isn't she a doll? So they wouldn't be dicks, they would be dildos, wouldn't they? Because she's kind of like a doll. So like, it would be like 2 strap-ons, maybe. I don't know. I enjoy a challenge. I mean, this is a more positive place, Nick.
I started off this podcast with a song.
Yeah. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, like I feel like From Software, like is a very good is very good at like a lot of the characters they have in their games is like a very good example of the way like just being really fucking cool is way hotter than having giant tits.
Yeah.
Like just being like just like really fucking cool. Like, and that's
That
very
being
hot.
said, like I'm near tapped out on From Software. Like I have no interest in Night Rain.
No, yeah, me neither, but that's because multiplayer.
Well, that and it's just like I think about it, it's like I'm gonna play. I gotta play 2 for the backlog. Then like 3, I'll probably have fun because I remember having fun on the first time I went about it. But like I look at Elden Ring in the distance, I'm like, you will eat so much of my life, and I know you will burn me out on FromSoft for a long time.
Yeah. They also only have like I think with the DLC there is like 222 bosses or something like that.
Jesus Christ, yeah. No. And listen, I know I'm gonna have a fun time. I'm sure it'll be like amazing. It'll be absolutely amazing. But like the outright amount of time I sink into it, once I come out of it, I'll be like, I'd be fine with not playing a FromSoft game for like 3 years, 4 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And apparently, like the one they're making for Switch is also multiplayer, which is weird. I don't know why they're doing that. The Duskbloods?
Duskwalkers?
Duskblood.
Duskbloods, yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot about Duskbloods.
I wonder how
It's
that's
just
going
like
to.
Bloodborne at home.
Because like From Software has like very good things about them. Their engine is not one of them. Like their
Yeah.
engine is very bad. So I wonder how it's going to fare on the Switch. Like their engine is not good.
Yeah. Still fun though.
Like honestly, I think they will be better off moving to Unity.
Oh god, that's a statement.
Yeah.
Because like part of the enjoyment on like a FromSoft game is the jank. I
Yeah.
think one of the funniest things
But
I
I'm not
saw
even
was
talking
just
about the junk. I'm just talking about like the technical performance on the engine is like the
oh,
engine is
okay.
not
Because
optimized at all.
there was like a Night Ring clip where like there's a boss who has a horizontal laser,
I'm a
and then the guy
fan. I'm
just
a
pulls it,
laser.
and the player character just uses one of the character's emotes that just makes him lay on the floor,
Yeah.
and the laser just avoids him. I'm like, yeah, all right.
Yeah, I love that.
Use, use your tech,
There's
game.
also a lot of clips that like the jump on Elden Ring is very useful for avoiding stuff. So it's very funny. Because apparently like your hitbox is like smaller when you're jumping. So a lot of attacks can just like go like under you. And I love that. I love where games have like very detailed like hitboxes and stuff like that like account for like those kind of movements. It can be very
Yeah,
satisfying.
me too.
Like I was playing Oblivion the other day, and I was like doing the sneaky archer stuff, and because I'm like level 75 of archery, I unlocked a perk that gives me like a 4 times optic on my eye somehow. Like I can hold a button
Oh,
to,
awesome.
to zoom in.
Yeah, so you're a sniper now.
Yeah, but it doesn't affect the drop on the arrow, so you have to like account for that, which I actually like. But anyway, no, I was like aiming down to like a skeleton, and the arrow flew and it hit like between the arm of the skeleton and like in the space between his arm and his torso, right? And it counted somehow. And I honestly felt kind of bad because I felt like they shouldn't have counted because it was like the
Yeah, we
empty
take it.
space between like the arm and the torso. It was like
No, he was just playing dead. He was like, I'm not fucking with that. That's a message.
yeah. Playing this like one of my favorite things of playing the stealth archer is that like for some reason like I think they knew it was funny because everyone makes noises. Everyone
Mm.
makes noises when they die, and you know like the ragdolls in Oblivion are very like exaggerated.
Mm-hmm.
So you're playing a sneaky archer, you just like one arrow, and you hit the enemy, and they go like and they fall. And it's like, and the thing is like another thing they did is like the higher your level of archery is, the higher your level of archery is, the more like knockback there is of your arrows. So at some point when you kill people, they also like get like thrown back like they were hit with a shotgun or something. So it's honestly just like fun to play as a sneaky archer just for the reactions of the enemies.
Fair.
It kind of just like completely destroys the fucking the fucking ragdolls. Oblivion is such a funny game. Like it is kind of like it is a game I like. Sometimes I don't even like. I don't even like install like the unofficial like bug fixes because I feel like how broken the game is kind of part of the charm. You know, it's kind of like
I'm trying to think of other games like that though.
I don't even install the bug fixes. I just like let it happen. And it hasn't been that glitchy actually. Somehow we got lucky on this playthrough.
Oh, sweet.
Because like the game only crashed once. There hasn't been like any like devastating bugs or anything like that. There has been like a couple of funny ragdolls and whatever, but there hasn't been like any like big issues or anything like that. And I do wonder if like maybe is that like because like is the game more stable on Windows XP?
Oh, that could be it.
Like I do wonder if like is the game more stable if you're running like older hardware? Because I know the game has like physics tied to the frame rate. So you have to like lock the frame rate on like modern computers because it just goes way too fast. But I do wonder if like just like the environment of Windows XP is also like helping the game. Or maybe if like because I know there are other games that are like this, maybe like the fact that I'm running on a slower processor is like helping the game because there are games that like misbehave when you have a processor that is too fast. Which is like every processor like 10 years after the game released.
well, speaking of release, I will release myself from this weekly coil and end the podcast here. Yeah, so check out my YouTube at youtube.com/@nocturne. That's youtube.com/@nocturne. Or my Twitch, and drop a follow on either. Links are in the title of the podcast. Follow Candy on her Twitch and YouTube to see her past broadcasts, clips, and podcasts. Check her Blue Sky for
We're almost at
organized thoughts.
400 on YouTube, actually.
Nice. Or join her Discord to see her disorganized thoughts. The bot will leave all the links provided. And if you have such feedback for the podcast, like, could you guys give us some cheer, some holiday cheer after all this
Some
downer talk?
happiness.
And we'll respond with, it's not all gonna be bad. You'll survive through it. Don't worry. Treat yourself as the holidays come. Buy yourself a nice game. Have some fun. Treat yourself. Be nice to your neighbors. And hopefully it's a time of love and cheer for you before the new year. Thanks for listening. Stay safe, happy, and have a wonderful week, everyone. I'm gonna go now. Love you, Candy. Bye.
Love you too. Bye. He's gonna go sneeze his lungs out. Poor guy. His cold is not very. He's not treating him like nice. Poor guy. Yes, I have a YouTube. I have a YouTube channel at youtube.com/@PanickingCandy. I actually have the nice link that is just like @PanickingCandy on YouTube. Oh. What was I going to say? I'm a little bit like, I don't know, I have like a little bit of like brain fog today. I don't know why. I'm a little bit of like, I'm floating. Let's see what we're going to do. Yeah, so no, that's okay. You don't need to bully me anymore. It's fine. It's fine. It's so fine. You have no idea how fun it is. Okay, so like, I'm thinking if I have like any like parochial announcements. I don't think I do. I don't think there's nothing like crazy going on for next week. I don't think there's anything crazy going on for next week, so it's going to be like streams as usual. Maybe I will start something else. I don't know, because there's a couple of like extra things I want to do, but I don't know if I should like just like focus on finishing any of the games I have right now. But as usual, you know, I'm expecting like next week is going to be like Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. It's probably going to be around the same time it's been this past couple of weeks. Nothing crazy going to happen, I think. But yeah, it's going to be very fun. Very fun. Because we're going to actually make some progress. I feel like we're at a point in both games where we have like, in like both Breath of the Wild and Oblivion, we're at a point where like we have like wandered around enough, and we can like actually start. We're at a point where I feel like there's actually like a space to like actually start doing the story now. So I think we're going to like actually start making some progress on the story of those games. It's been 12 months. When are we getting PTN? January. We're getting PTN in January. You guys have no patience. I cannot believe you killed Nick, Silent. I cannot believe you killed Nick. Why did you do that? Why did you unplug him? I'm telling you, you're getting it in January. I have plans. You may not believe it, but I have plans. I have plenty plans. I have many plans. You don't believe me, but I do. No, I have not been telling you that for years. I've been telling you that for exactly 1 year. You should know that better than anyone, Kila, I mean. I'm not a liar. I'm a lot of things. I'm a lot of things. I'm a bit crazy. I kind of enjoy violence. I'm a pyromaniac. I may be into a little bit of like population cleansing, but I'm not a liar. In January, I am planning around like the second half of January. I'm planning Path to Nowhere to be like around the 20th of January. That's the plan. That's the plan. I have plans. See, I have plans. I have dates. I have numbers. There are plans in motion. You won't understand. Of course you fucking... Of course you fucking... Clip that. You're going to hold that as evidence against me, aren't you? It's going to be held on evidence against me. No. What? On shame. No, you don't need to quote me. You will be fine. Right to the blackmail folder. You have a folder of blackmail? Why? I keep saying worse stuff. Like I feel like there's no point of blackmailing me because I'm just going to say something that is worse anyway. You know? Like it's just going to get like worse. But yeah. Yeah, that's going to be it for today. No more announcements. I don't have any more announcements. So as usual, thank you everyone for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed your time here. And I hope you have a good day, good night, good rest of your time zone. And I'll see you again on Monday. Bye bye everyone. No, pause the ads. We're leaving. We don't need ads. We'll leave before the ads anyway, I think. Bye bye everyone. Bye.